Alright everyone, welcome back to my channel, Baseball Talk with Nick Morgan. Today is Friday, October 9th, 2020, and it all comes down to this. The first and only Game 5 in this year's Division Series has just begun as DJ LeMahieu grounds out back to pitcher Tyler Glasnow. It's a fun matchup here, the only Game 5 of the 2020 Division Series between the Yankees and Rays. One team will move on. Both are at risk of elimination. The away Yankees will give ace Garrett Cole the start, and Glasnow will take the mound for Tampa in the top of the first inning here. It all comes down to this, everyone. There's already one out here in the top of the first inning as DJ LeMahieu has just grounded back to pitcher Tyler Glasnow. But let's take a look at Baby Giraffe, as they call him, and his postseason numbers on the year. 2 games, winning 2, losing 0, posting a 4.91 ERA in 11 innings pitched with 18 strikeouts and a 1.18 whip. He's going to throw a breaking ball down that Aaron Judge will swing and miss at. The count is now 1-1 as another breaking ball misses low. Yes, the Athletics are out. The winner of this series will go ahead and move on to face the Houston Astros in the American League Championship Series, rather. It's going to be a fun one. I'm very excited, also very nervous. Tyler Glasnow versus Garrett Cole. The Tampa Bay Rays versus New York Yankees. Game 5, the only Game 5 here in the Division Series. It's a fun one. Big matchup. Very exciting. A lot at stake between these two teams, and there is not a lot of mutual love between these two American League East Division rivals. The count is going to go to 2-2 now to Aaron Judge, the second batter of the ball game. This is Tyler Glasnow's 5th start in the postseason. Coming into this game, he is 2-2 on the career in these types of situations with a 6 ERA, and Judge will line this one over to Willie Adames. A one-hopping play. Great stop by G-Man Choi over at first. And there's the second out. So a 6-3 ground out here. Glasnow has thrown 7 pitches, recording 2 outs. Now for Aaron Hicks. Fun fact, both starters, Garrett Cole and Tyler Glasnow, are pitching for the first time ever in their big league careers on short rest. Now, Garrett Cole pitched Game 1 of the ALDS. That was Monday. Tyler Glasnow pitched Game 2, so he's working on even shorter rest. And it's a lot of fun because these two teams are going at it head-to-head, some of the best pitchers in the game, and it's really exciting to go ahead and see this game play out in Petco Park. Aaron Hicks sends this one out to center field. Kevin Kiermaier just in front of the warning track will make the catch, and it's a line out to end the inning. A 1-2-3, top of the first for Tyler Glasnow. No hits, no runs, no men left on base for the New York Yankees. Just like that, we're going to the bottom half of the opening frame of Game 5. So I'm going to go ahead and update my scoreboard here. We head to the bottom of the first. Score is 0-0. I love to watch these on my speaker than have the game on my TV. It's way better than the actual announcers. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate everyone who is tuning in to either watch or listen to my live coverage of this game. A lot at stake here. As we all know, Game 5 of the Division Series. 2 great teams, 2 great pitchers. This is a game I've personally been excited for ever since the end of Game 4 last night. The Yankees and Rays have gone back and forth when it comes to wins here in the American League Division Series in 2020 postseason. October baseball is always a very fun environment. A lot at stakes, a lot going on. One of these two teams will face Houston starting next week in a championship series matchup. The winner of that will represent the American League in the World Series. And of course, from there, we know the biggest stage in any given Major League Baseball season is that World Series game. 1 best-of-7 matchup. You know, it's a lot of fun. This is a great time to be a baseball fan. Only 4 teams left. Well, 5 really, but 4 will be following tonight's game. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely a little nervous here. Yankees and Rays, I mean, Glasnow is a stud on the mound. 2 games pitched this postseason, 4.91 ERA, as you mentioned, 11 innings, 18 strikeouts. He's pitching on short rest, so that's either good or bad for the New York Yankees because, of course, the velo is probably going to be a little different. He might not necessarily have his best stuff to start this game. However, that could also work as an advantage for him because the Yankees, we're used to seeing him throw and consistently pump 100-mile-per-hour fastballs. Not saying he won't be doing that here in Game 5, but it'll be an interesting one. Both Garrett Cole and Tyler Glasnow pitching on short rest. Cole gets the start for the New York Yankees today, and in 2 games pitched this postseason, he is 2-0 with a 3.46 earned run average. In 13 innings pitched, striking out 21 batters, and recording a 1.08 whip. The lineup he will be facing from top to bottom, 1 to 9, is as follows. The left-handed Austin Meadows will lead off, playing right field. Brandon Lau will bat second. Randy Arozarena out there in left field, batting third. G-Man Choi, the left-handed first baseman, batting cleanup. Yankees killer. But G-Man Choi will go ahead and bat fourth. Yandy Diaz batting fifth. The left-handed Joey Wendell will bat sixth, and it's a wave and miss from Meadows. Kevin Kiermaier will bat eighth, following Willie Diamond in the seventh slot. And Mike Zunino will round out the lineup, catching behind the plate and hitting ninth. So a fastball right by Austin Meadows, wave and miss, strike one. Strike two, changeup down and away. Garrett Cole ahead in the count early on here to the Rays leadoff batter. Congrats on 1K. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We hit that mark actually live. I want to say like 2 weeks ago. Insane moment. I would not be here without you guys. And just like that, 98-mile-per-hour fastball down and away. Garrett Cole notches his first strikeout of the game to start the game out there on the mound. Now, I've said it for both starters. Garrett Cole and Tyler Glasnow. It's their first time pitching on short rest. We'll see how that plays into this ballgame, whether that works as an advantage or disadvantage for both respective starters. But in Game 1 of the American League Division Series against the Tampa Rays, Garrett threw 97 pitches, earning 3 runs on 6 hits in 6 innings pitched with 8 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 2 home runs allowed. So we'll see how this outing goes for him here. Of course, the Yankees are going to go to their better bullpen arms. So will the Rays in a game that means everything. This can easily make or break either American League East team's season. Someone will be finished playing baseball in, I'd say, about 3.5 hours, give or take. A 2-0 count, wave and miss from Brandon Lau, a fastball north of the strike zone. It's 2-1. So again, Meadows, Lau, and Arozarena are all due up here in the top of the first. Austin Meadows already struck out on 3 pitches to get this one going. And now Garrett Cole is battling off against the left-handed Lau, who takes outside 3-1. Let's look at Cole's arsenal here, what he's working with, the tools in his chest. Now, he's going to go ahead and rely on 4 pitches. He's got his four-seamer, slider, curveball, and changeup as he will walk Brandon Lau. The first base runner of the ball game is Horde. So Cole will go ahead and rely on that four-seam fastball just a little more than 50% of the time. The slider is his second most used pitch. He'll use the changeup just under 6% of the time, so you're not going to see that as much, but that curveball will appear in about 17% of his pitches. Again, 4-pitch mix from Garrett Cole. You got four-seam, slider, curveball, and changeup. Now, that curveball, I believe, is a knuckle curve, which, of course, he's going to go ahead and try to throw down in the zone as much as possible. The first pitch to Randy Arozarena will clip him. So it's back-to-back walks, a hit by pitch. Puts 2 men on, 1 in scoring position. Garrett Cole struggling a little bit here in the first, which is maybe not necessarily what you want to see as a Yankees fan. That gets Arozarena right here on the left elbow. So G-Man Choi will come up with Lau on second and Arozarena at first. And 1 away. So Arozarena Takes a slow trot down to first, kind of looking at Garrett Cole, maybe not thrilled over there. Still staring down Garrett Cole on the first base bag. And Luke Voigt will be over there defensively for the New York Yankees, holding him on. In steps the big power bat of Ji-Man Choi, batting cleanup today. The left-handed first baseman is hitting .250 this postseason through 16 at-bats with 1 home run, 3 runs batted in, a .400 on base, and a .900 on base with slugging. He'll take a called strike one, and he's behind in the count. Now, against Garrett Cole in his career, he is 10 for 19 with 4 home runs and 3 doubles. We know that Ji-Man Choi has had his fair share of hits against Garrett Cole. We've seen it already in the series. Going back to Game 1 where Garrett Cole did pitch and secure the win for the New York Yankees. He allowed 2 home runs, and the long ball has been a big effect on his ERA in the regular season and this postseason here. We do know the narrative that is true, or that has stood to be true, with Kyle Higashioka behind the plate. Cole obviously pitches a lot better when Gary Sanchez is not catching. And we've seen that play out over the last few games of the regular season and the entirety of the 2020 postseason. Now, Sanchez actually has not seen much playing time here in the postseason. Kyle Higashioka has been their main defensive catcher. This one is grounded over to DJ LeMahieu. He will not go for a double play. He will get the easy out in Ji-Man Choi. So Brandon Lau advances to third. Randy Arozarena to second. Ji-Man Choi, a fielder's choice, will get him out on a 4-3 ground out there. So 2 men in scoring position and 2 outs. Garrett Cole will face Yandy Diaz. So you think, well, maybe why didn't DJ LeMahieu try to turn 2 there? Well, he had to move glove side to get to that ball. His momentum was already taking him towards the first base bag. So he would have lost time trying to go ahead, make it to second base, and get out Randy Arozarena. Now, Ji-Man Choi might not be the fastest base runner, but he did get the guaranteed out. 2 men in scoring position, 2 outs, and Garrett Cole will step off. Yandy Diaz will bat 5th. He's the right-handed designated hitter for Tampa here in Game 5 at Petco Park in San Diego. Diaz, just 1 for 9 in the postseason this year. That's good for a 111 batting average. No home runs, no RBIs, and no stolen bases. A 385 on base and a 496 OPS. He's ahead in the count 1-0 here against ace Garrett Cole. Now, this is what the Yankees paid Garrett to do. $324 million contract, good for 9 years this past winter. They were going to need him in these big postseason environment and atmosphere moments. He's going to drop a curveball just below the zone, but deemed a strike by the umpire. The count's even at 1 here in the bottom of the first. Again, Brandon Lau on third. Randy Arozarena at second. 2 outs. Yandy Diaz at the plate. Let's see if Cole can work out of trouble here early on. Both runners are on board via the walk, except in Arozarena's case, he was hit by a pitch to start his AB. And Cole missed a fastball down and away, 2-1 to Diaz. If Yandy does indeed get on base, Joey Wendell, the left-handed third baseman, will step up to the box here in the bottom of the first. We'll see if he gets that far. The 2-1 from Cole. Fastball, 99 miles per hour on the outer third. Diaz doesn't swing the bat, but it's going to be called strike 2 nonetheless. So the count is even here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 men in scoring position for Yandy Diaz, who wears number 2 on the back of his jersey. Cole with 16 pitches already here in the home half of the first. Arozarena at second, Lau at the leadoff third, and this one will be fouled back and out of play. So we'll do it again. Now, if you guys are not familiar with the postseason format this year, home field advantage was only available in the wild card round. So, of course, take the example of the Tampa Bay Rays and the Toronto Blue Jays, the 1 and 8 seed matchup. The Rays did get home field advantage then, But starting in the Division Series and moving forward in the Championship Series and World Series, there are designated locations where these teams will play, just so they can keep that postseason bubble intact. And that's where family and, of course, the players and staff members themselves. Breaking ball in the dirt, the count is going to be full. Garrett Cole, 18 pitches, 3-2 count, first base is open to Yandy Diaz. See if he can get out of the inning here, or if the Rays will work their third walk of the inning. Now again, Arozarena technically didn't work a walk. It was a hit by pitch. Either way, Garrett Cole has not issued a hit yet through the first 4 batters he's faced. The full count, payoff pitch. Breaking ball outside, ball 4. So Yandy Diaz will be aboard. The bases are loaded for the left-handed stick of Joey Wendell, starting at the hot corner defensively for the Tampa Bay Rays. You have to wonder, is Garrett Cole just a little nervous? Is it because of the short rest? I don't know. But you're going to have to assume, yes, he is the ace, but will he have a short leash here in this one? This game means everything. It is go big or go home. If Garrett Cole's not getting the job done, come the third inning, maybe, as early as, do we go to Chad Green, get some extensive innings if he is even available? Because he did pitch yesterday a little bit. I don't remember the pitch count that he had coming out of Game 4, but I do know he made an appearance. So, do we go to the bullpen early? That's going to be big. And also, I think the team that goes ahead and gets ahead early will definitely have the upper hand here. It should be a great pitching matchup with Garrett Cole and Tyler Glasnow on the mound. Just whether or not that plays out with short rest, we'll have to wait and see. 98-mile-per-hour from fastball is going to miss up, ball 1. Changeup going to miss down, ball 2. So Wendell is ahead in the count. The Rays not jumping at any pitch here against Cole. They're waiting. They're not eager at the plate here. They know that if they can work in walks that will score runs and give them the lead early, why not take it? Garrett Cole down 2-0 early here. No place to put him. The bases are loaded. Yandy Diaz at first. Arozarena at second. Brandon Lau over just 90 feet away from the first run of this ballgame. Fastball misses up at the letters. It is a 3-0 count now to the Rays' number 6 batter. 22 pitches for Cole. He worked a 3-pitch strikeout to lead off the game against Austin Meadows, and from there on out, it's been rough. Of course, Wendell's going to take strike 1 here, 98-mile-per-hour fastball up and away. Let's take a look at Joey's numbers here in the postseason. 15 at-bats, a 400 average with no home runs, no RBIs, a single stolen base, with a 471 on base, 871 OPS. The 3-1 is a fastball fouled back, same location as that 3-0 count, 98-mile-per-hour fastball up and away, but still in the zone. So the count is full. We'll see what Garrett Cole's attack pitch is here. If he'll go changeup down and away, or if he'll try to work in another fastball, because you don't want to miss and walk in the first run of this game. Of course, it's crucial that Garrett does get out of this inning here unscathed. But that's going to be give and take. No one's going to want to give up a run at any point in this game, especially a Game 5. The series is tied at 2 wins apiece. We're at Petco Park. Bottom half of the first, full count, bases loaded and 2 outs. The payoff pitch from Cole to Joey Wendell. Fastball at the knees, called strike 3. Joey Wendell will go down looking. Huge way to end the inning. Garrett Cole giving us a little scare here. It's not yet Halloween, Garrett. You can wait on that a little bit. But Cole will indeed strike out Joey Wendell with the bases loaded to end the inning. No hits, no runs, 3 men left on base for the Tampa Bay Rays, and that is a big sigh of relief. We're going to go ahead here head to the top of the second, and we are scoreless here in Game 5. So leading off the bottom of the second for the Rays, it's going to be Adames, Kiermaier, and Zunino all to face Garrett Cole. We threw a little more than 20 pitches here in the opening frame. However, Boone was very quick to say, not very quick to say, but he did mention that there's no specific cap on Garrett Cole tonight. He's not necessarily going to take him out at 85, 90 pitches. He might push them a little bit. We might see him hit triple digits on that pitch count, depending on how well he's doing. Again, this is a must-win game, crucial for the New York Yankees. If you can get 6 innings out of Garrett Cole and go to the back end of the bullpen that you can rely on in Green, Britton, and Chapman, I mean, that's setting you up for success right there, assuming the offense can tee off against Tyler Glasnow and the Rays' respective bullpen arms. The Yankees will have their 4, 5, and 6 batters due up here in the top of the second. But first, let's go ahead, take a look at the starting 9 for the New York Yankees here in this one. Leading off, DJ LeMahieu, the right-handed second baseman. Batting second, the right-handed right fielder, Aaron Judge. Switch hitting, Aaron Hicks will bat third, and Giancarlo Stanton, what a postseason he's been having, will bat cleanup as the Yankees' designated hitter. Over at first base, slotted 5th in the lineup today is Luke Voit. Gio Urshela at the hot corner batting 6th. The right-handed Gleyber Torres will start at shortstop and bat 7th. The left-handed left fielder Brett Gardner will bat 8th. And Kyle Higashioka, the home run stroker, will bat 9th. And he is behind the plate catching. So again, the 4, 5, and 6 batters do it for the New York Yankees. They went down in order in the top of the first. DJ grounded back to Glasnow. Judge grounded over to Willy Adames at shortstop, and Aaron Hicks lined out to center field. So Stanton, Voit, and Urshela will all see at-bats here in the away half of the second frame and see what they can do against Tyler Glasnow, the starting pitcher for the Tampa Bay Rays here in the ever-so-important Game 5. Now, Glasnow is also pitching on short rest for the first time in his big league career. In Game 2 of the ALDS, the first he faced the Yankees in this series, he threw a little over 5 innings pitched with 4 runs and 10 strikeouts. Giancarlo Stanton will see ball 1 and ball 2 as a curveball misses up at the letters. He's ahead on the count 2-0. Now, Giancarlo Stanton, as we're talking about him here, we do see that in Game 2 of the ALDS where Glasnow pitched, he gave up 4 runs, and they were on 2 home runs, both off the bat of the designated hitter that we see at the plate right now, ahead of the count 3-0, Giancarlo Stanton. How am I doing? I am doing great. It is Game 5 between the Rays and the Yankees. It's very fun. Stanton's going to ground this one over. Swinging 3-0 with the green light. He'll ground it out to Joey Wendell. It's a 5-3 putout. Yes, I'm doing well right now. Of course, I'd be doing better if the Yankees had a lead, but maybe in just a few short moments that will indeed be the case. Let's go Yankees for sure. And with 1 away here, we see Glasnow recording 4 outs on 12 pitches. The key to this game for the Yankees hitters is laying off the breaking stuff out of the zone. It seems simple enough, but that is going to be very crucial to these 9 batters. And right here, as I'm saying it, Luke Voit going to wave and miss at a breaking ball in the dirt. He's behind on the count 0-1. He's starting at first base and batting 5th. Behind on the count 0-1, there is a slight shift. The only defender on the right side of the diamond is Ji-Man Choi. Curveball. Misses up, but deemed a strike by the home plate umpire. The count is 0-2. Luke is indeed a beast. He led Major League Baseball with 22 home runs in the regular season. Has 1 home run here in the postseason and 2 runs batted in. This one will miss down in the dirt, and the count is 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to Luke Voit. And Gio Urshela is in the batting circle, due up next. Payoff pitch is a curveball down and away. Voit leaves it alone. 2-2 is now the count here in the top of the second with 1 out and nobody on. The Tampa battery here is, of course, Tyler Glasnow starting on the mound and Mike Zunino behind the plate. The number 9 batter and catcher, again in Zunino, has done well in that slot. He is only hitting 188 in the postseason, but 2 big home runs with 4 RBIs, a 188 on base, and a 750 OPS. We'll see him find an at-bat in the bottom of the second. So Tyler Glasnow behind in the count to Luke Voit, as there are 3 balls and 2 strikes. We'll take a look at Glasnow's pitching arsenal. However, he's going to miss a fastball 100 mile per hour up and away. Voit is the first baseman of the ballgame for the New York Yankees. He's aboard with 1 out. So let's see, Tyler Glasnow here has a 3-pitch mix. He'll go to that 4-seam fastball just above 60% of the time. Then that curveball he'll resort to the second most at a percentage of just under 35. The changeup is his least used pitch at 4.7% of the time. That will be coming out of his hand here. So first pitch to Gio Urshela is a fastball up and away that he'll foul back. 0-1. Yeah, I mean, we'll take all the base runners we can get here. No one has gotten a hit yet in this game. The Rays had 3 base runners, 2 walks, 1 hit by pitch. Now Luke Voit is aboard via ball 4. Who's my favorite player on the Yankees? Well, that is going to be left fielder Brett Gardner. Urshela's going to send this one down the line, foul and out of play. Okay, the count is 0-2. See, the left-handed left fielder veteran Brett Gardner. He's my favorite player on the New York Yankees. Has been for quite some time now. Then, of course, I love Aaron Judge. And, there's a lot of guys that, just as Yankees fans, you have to love on this team. Just great players. Gleyber Torres is big name. Giancarlo Stanton, Gio Urshela. I mean, Luke Voit, DJ LeMahieu. How do you not like players on this baseball team? I mean, very talented, great, overall names on this roster. And, of course, the payroll does have an effect on that. 1-2 count now to Urshela. So, yeah, Gardner is my favorite New York Yankees player, followed up very closely by Aaron Judge. And favorite pitcher in the game, Trevor Bauer, without a doubt. If it wasn't for Brett Gardner, Bauer would be my number 1 and my favorite player in the game just in general, let alone as a pitcher. So Brett Gardner, Trevor Bauer, 2 guys I really love watching. Maybe there's a slight chance Trevor Bauer is a Yankee in this free agency, but I don't know. I just don't see it happening. I would love it if that was the case, but that's a lot to take on. I think that'd be awesome. A 1-2 punch of Cole to Bauer would be nasty, but we'll see what happens. We'll see. Gio Urshela will strike out here, swing, and there are 2 outs. Voit still on first, and that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. Yeah, I mean, DJ is a hitting machine. He won the batting title in Major League Baseball, of course, this regular season. First in history to win it in both the American League and National League. He won it back in 2016 with the Colorado Rockies. Gleyber Torres will now step in to face Tyler Glasnow with 2 outs and Luke Voit on first. He'll lay off the breaking ball down in the dirt. He's ahead 1-0. Gleyber Torres here, 20 at-bats, hitting .450 with 2 home runs, 5 runs batted in, 2 stolen bases, a .593 on-base percentage, and a 1.343 OPS in this postseason. Let alone his career numbers in October baseball. 73 at-bats, hitting .342 with 5 dingers, 15 ribbies, 4 stolen bases, and a 1.052 on-base plus slugging. This guy tears it up at the plate in these types of situations. Had a big home run the other night. And will take a fastball up for 3-0. He's patient. He's waiting for something that he can hit far and hit well. Torres has had a lot of success in his career in the postseason. He definitely struggled a little bit come the 2020 regular season, but he's turned things around. He's flipped the switch. Unlike Gary Sanchez, who struggled both offensively and defensively, that's why we don't see him getting playing time here in the ALDS. Now, Gleyber Torres is going to fly this one over to right fielder Austin Meadows, and that will indeed end the inning. No hits, no runs, one man left on base for the New York Yankees. We're going to head to the bottom of the second. We are still scoreless. Let's go ahead and flip the page in the scorebook. Willy Adames, Kevin Kiermaier, and Mike Zunino all due up. Those are your 7, 8, 9 batters respectively here for the Tampa Bay Rays. Clutch, thank you so much. I appreciate the support. And thank you to everyone tuning into the stream right now. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you all taking the time out of your day to tune in and listen and or watch me call this game. It's Rays and the Yankees Game 5 of the ALDS. I plan to be live for as long as possible. Huge game here. Of course, very intense, very intriguing as just a baseball fan in general. You have Garrett Cole facing off against Tyler Glasnow, two of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball at the moment, at least in the American League. And these guys came up together. They pitched on the Pittsburgh Pirates. They were teammates. And for the second year in a row, they're both pitching in Game 5 of the ALDS against each other. Last year it was Glasnow and Cole, Rays versus Astros. Of course, in this case, it's New York versus Tampa Bay. However, the winner of the series will go on to face off against Houston, who made it past both the Minnesota Twins and Oakland Athletics in the first 2 rounds of the postseason. So they said that they really can play a great game of baseball, that they don't need to cheat to do well. They've proven that. They have indeed proven that to be the case. We'll see how well they do facing off against either of these two teams that we are watching compete against each other right now, but it'll be an interesting matchup. Of course, I think a lot of people want to see Yankees-Astros. We know, dating back to this winter, with the big cheating scandal that was headlining Major League Baseball for quite some time. And a lot of people want to see the Astros not do well in the championship series. They want to see some payback or some retaliation since the punishments weren't too harsh. I'm not saying I'm not in favor of that, but we first have to get to who is going to face off against the Astros. I can't say the Yankees are going to easily win because the Yankees haven't even made it that far yet. Of course, I do hope for that to be the case, but only time will tell. So as I just previously mentioned, Cole, Glasnow, both teammates from 2016 to 2017. Yeah, the cheaters, as mentioned in the comment section, they're hitting well. Their pitching is pretty decent, but the Yankees pitching, if they do make it that far, we'll have to see how things go. The Rays pitching, well, without a doubt, they're going to shut down the Astros lineup. So incredibly good. Garrett Cole does indeed need better command here. Had a struggling first inning. Loaded the bases, but did not give up a run. And the Yankees definitely need to go out here and support him offensively early on. I think the first attack is going to mean a lot here in Game 5. Willy Adames, a starting shortstop, is going to be down on the count 0-2. He sees a fastball and a slider. So Garrett Cole ahead in the count here. He's thrown 27 pitches. And swing and a miss. Nice off-speed pitch there, down and away. That'll be a strikeout. K number 3 in the books for Garrett Cole in this game. That's the second time he's struck out the leadoff batter to start the respective inning. And now Kevin Kiermaier will step up to the plate. Starting in center field, the left-handed veteran has been a part of this organization for quite some time now. I want to say dating back to 2013. Give or take, don't quote me on that exactly. But 21 postseason at-bats in which he's hitting .238 with 1 home run, 4 RBIs, a .238 on base, and a .714 OPS. He'll check his swing and hold up. The count is 1-0. Big swing and a miss at a fastball at the belt. 1-1 is the count now. Earning $36 million this year. Yankees rotation. Yeah. I mean, not Yankees rotation. You meant Garrett Cole. I get that. I'm sorry. Phrased that wrong. But Garrett Cole, this is what he was paid for. The Yankees need him in high leverage situations. Here he is pitching game 1, which he won, and now game 5. Very big outing here. The Yankees season is on his back, and it will strictly depend on how well he pitches here in this ball game. The 2-2 and swing and a miss. Kiermaier offers at a fastball way north of the zone at 99 miles per hour. I'm not complaining. It's a strikeout swinging back-to-back punch-outs for Garrett Cole, making a total of 4 on the day. Yeah, so right now the Yankees pitching staff, rotation-wise, looks like this. Garrett Cole, Masahiro Tanaka, whatever they want to do with game 2 or 3, rather. I can't even say Tanaka 2 because we saw earlier on in this series, Tanaka pitched game 3. Davey Garcia was used as an opener, which I'm going to get to that commercial break. I'll give you my opinions on that, but Garcia was used as an opener for 1 inning. Then J.A. Happ came in to relieve him, and he didn't do all too well in that scenario. So that played out. Tanaka started game 3, in which we took the loss in back-to-back games. We're at risk of elimination game 4. Monty came in. Jordan Montgomery, huge outing yesterday. Locked down a win for us. Got us to this game 5, which is insane. And, yeah, so we're going to have to see. Hopefully we play smarter baseball with the pitching staff if we do make it to the championship series. And a 1-2 count now to the number 9 batter, Mike Zunino. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, breaking ball. Down and away. Garrett Cole will punch out the side. Strikeout swinging, strikeout swinging, strikeout swinging. That's 3 on the inning, 5 on the day. No hits, no runs, no men left on base. That's the Garrett Cole we want to see here in game 5. Huge outing right there. We'll go to the top of the 3rd and see if the Yankees can get this offense going. See the chat here. Yeah, the Yankees rely on the long ball. However, they can always scrape together some hits, and they can put some runs on the board without relying on the ball to travel 370 feet, 380 feet, what have you. But they have a lot of guys swinging for the fences, and I mean, of course, that's a quick way to give the team the lead. They have power hitters. You look at this team, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, Luke Voigt. Those are 3 guys just in this lineup that mash. Then you have Gleyber Torres, who's going to hit the occasional long ball. He's shown that he's got great power. DJ LeMahieu is a contact guy, but he can hit for power as well. I mean, all these guys are capable of hitting home runs, but they need to just get singles. Yesterday we saw Brett Gardner, Gleyber Torres, a bloop and a blast. It went from a 2-1 ball game to 4-1. Brett Gardner a single out to left field, and Gleyber Torres took one way out to left field. That gave us a nice 2-run lead, or that added to our 1-run lead, and a nice little buffer right there. That's what the Yankees need to do. We just need hits. We need base runners. Work the walks. Don't chase at anything that isn't close. I mean, it's easier said than done, of course. Glasnow's a very good pitcher, but if you can lay off that curveball, make him throw you fastballs, I mean, you know that you're going to see 98, 99, maybe 100 on the velo with that 4-seamer. But if you can catch up to it and square it up, chances are you're going to hit the ball well. Let's see. Yeah, Judge is definitely having an interesting postseason. He has 3 hits here in the 2020 postseason game. So that's the wild card series and the division series combined. Now, 2 of those 3 hits are home runs, and he's tallied 4 runs batted in through, let's see, those 27 at-bats here. We'll see how he does. He's in a bit of a postseason slump. Hopefully he can get something going here. Game 5, of course, we need everyone to step up. And if we can get guys just to hit for contact, we might be in a good spot. Just single after single. Eventually, that is going to get the job done. We're going to score runs. Both teams are hitless going into the top of the third here. No runs, no hits, no errors for both the Yankees and the Rays. So it is a tough pitching matchup. Here's my guy, Brett Gardner. First pitch to him is going to run away inside, fastball 98. And Brett is ahead of the count now. 17 at-bats. This is a guy that we're maybe not necessarily talking about too much. 17 at-bats, but Gardner's hitting .412 here in the postseason. That's good for 7 hits. He has 1 home run, 3 RBIs, a .524 on base, and a 1.171 OPS. He's the guy that you can rely on in that bottom third of the lineup. Him and Frazier have been interchangeable in that left field role and in the bottom third of the offensive roster and lineup here in these games, but he's done well. And in a career 180 at-bats in the postseason, he's a .217 hitter with 3 home runs, 19 RBIs, 6 stolen bases, and a .576 OPS. He's ahead of the count here, 2-1. A hit or just a leadoff base runner would be huge for the Yankees. Fastball upstairs, 3-1. Stanton was carrying them with 6 home runs. Yes, he sure was. Gardner and Hicks are getting the job done, hitting for average. Yeah, I mean, they are having some great postseason ABs here. And definitely surprisingly, Gardner and Hicks are really piecing it together. And Brett will work a walk on 5 pitches. That's stuff you really love to see right here. Brett Gardner, a 5-pitch walk. He's on first for Kyle Higashioka. Now, some are going to argue that he's getting the starting spot because Garrett Cole's on the mound. We know the history. We know that Garrett and Higashioka are better paired together than Garrett and Gary. We know that to be the case. That's a classic storyline that we've seen play out over the past few weeks of Yankees baseball. However, Kyle, here in the postseason, hitting .313 through 16 at-bats. 1 home run, 2 RBIs, a .353 on base, and .853 OPS. This is his postseason debut in 2020. But he's doing well, and he's gonna piece together good at-bats. He might not hit for power as much as Sanchez will, but we know that Gary has been struggling a lot in the 2020 regular season. And just, he didn't seem to be the best matchup for our ace. So we can't have Garrett Cole going out there in an ever so important Game 5 and pitching Gary Sanchez when he could be throwing the ball better with a different man behind the plate. So we get a prediction here in the comments or in the chat. Kevin Cash going to Blake Snell by the 5th inning. Definitely a possibility because Snell pitched in the first game, so he would be working on short rest, but so is Garrett Cole, and he's starting the game, so I would not be surprised whatsoever. They did just pan over, however, to Nick Anderson in the bullpen for the Tampa Bay Rays. Glasnow already up to 32 pitches. He's allowed 2 walks. And Kyle Higashioka's going to step in now. So DJ LeMahieu in the batting circle, due up next. Kyle will take a fastball outside. It's 1-0. The Rays are very good at playing chess. Kevin Cash is a phenomenal manager. He's brought his team to, great records and just great seasons the past few years. He's really made a lot out of this Tampa team. Very good manager. I think he's definitely slightly overlooked and underrated. He knows what he's doing. Very successful guy. And if they weren't facing the Yankees or the Blue Jays, because 2 teams I root for, I would be rooting for the Rays 10 times out of 10. But again, when they're facing off against 2 of my favorite teams, that changes the storyline a little bit. Kyle Higashioka will foul back a fastball just above the zone. 1-1 is the count now. So, lost my train of thought there, but it's going to be fun to see how things play out here. It really will. This is going to be an interesting game. Cash is going to go to his bullpen. He's going to use Anderson. He's going to use Fairbanks. He might go to Snell. Glasnow's their ace, working on short rest. 34 pitches at this point. 2 hits. 2 walks. No hits. Goodness. I'm so excited, so nervous, I can't speak right now. I apologize. How's it going? I'm doing really well. Thank you. Hope you are doing well also. Hope everyone's doing well here in the chat. Yeah, Cash is just really fun to watch. Great manager, great skill set. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to maneuver through this Tampa Bay Rays team, and it shows. Best record in the AL, 40 and 20 wins and losses respectively. Top of the AL East, they were the #1 seed going into this expanded postseason bracket. They're a great team, and they deserve to go very far. And the Rays and the Yankees are honestly probably one of the better matchups here in this postseason. I mean, if the Yankees do face off against the Astros, I'm going to be very excited. I think that will be a lot of fun. Revenge tour, 10 times out of 10, 100%. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to everyone here again. I can't thank you guys enough. I do this every stream. You guys, I really would not be here without you. I do not want to, overlook the fact that you guys are all consistently in here and just making these streams so much more enjoyable and entertaining for me. You guys are awesome. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in, who's tuning in, who's in the chat. Say hello, stop by, let's talk some baseball. We got a lot going on right now. And Kyle Higashioka going to strike out looking on a very nice curveball that just clips the top part of the plate. There's one out. Higashioka down looking. We go to the top of the order here. Brett Gardner on first. One out. DJ LeMahieu will go ahead and hit, but not before Tyler Glasnow exits this game. 37 pitches. And Nick Anderson will come in relief. So maybe the Rays are going to do this where they don't necessarily keep guys in for more than an inning or so. They want to change it up so the Yankees can't get comfortable in the box. I would not be surprised. That would be Kevin Cash doing his thing, playing chess. I'm personally not a fan at throwing at people. I think throwing at heads is very serious, very, very rough. I mean, that's, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what someone did. Throwing at heads is very serious. So much can go wrong there. I don't want to see anyone throw at the Astros. I would rather see someone beat the Astros, playing a clean game than, coming out here and throwing at Altuve or throwing at Bregman. Do they deserve it? Well, they cheated. They don't deserve it to be thrown at the head, but maybe not have the respect as other teams would. However, they've proven themselves here in the 2020 postseason. They didn't do well in the 60-game stretch from July to late September. But, a switch was flipped. They came out, they swept the Twins, they beat the Athletics, they hung on for the win and advanced to the championship series. They're going far. And I don't think they're cheating this year. They have a good team, a lot of young arms, but we know that lineup from top to bottom, very talented, very good. They're a good team. They're a good team, and at the end of the day, that's true. Now, are they as good as the Yankees or the Rays? We'll find out in this championship series matchup that's going to start in just a few days, but, I don't want to see anyone get hurt. I don't want to see people get thrown at the head. If the Yankees are facing off against Houston, I think they're going to want to come back and win this. They're going to want revenge. And, we'll see what happens. I don't think that means throwing at people. But that does mean, hey, we're in it for the win. Every game we play, we're going to play against our last. And I think that's really it at the end of the day. So Anderson's going to step onto the mound here. In the regular season, he pitched in 19 games, 16 in the third innings. He was 2-1 with a .55 ERA. His opponent batting average was .091, so he's filthy. Nick Anderson is very good. 26-3 strikeout to walk ratio. Good pitcher. See if the Yankees can get to him here. The first batter he faces is DJ LeMahieu with Brett Gardner on first and one out. LeMahieu grounded out back to the pitcher in his first plate appearance. He'll take a fastball outside for ball one, and this at-bat is underway. So Aaron Judge is due up next. I want to see a big hit from him. I would love a bloop and a blast. DJ LeMahieu, maybe a little single. And instead, he's going to ground it over to Brandon Lau, who will step on second himself, make the throw over to G-Man Choi. So it is a 4-3 double play. Not how I was expecting that to go. LeMahieu, 0 for 2 to get this game going. Glasnow, very excited in the dugout. And we're going to go to the bottom of the third. So Nick Anderson comes in, gets the job done. LeMahieu will ground out into a double play, and here we are. Cole will return to the mound to face off against Austin Meadows, Brandon Lau, and Randy Arozarena. So I do want to touch on the Davy Garcia, not incident, but the Davy Garcia events that took place back in Game 2. Now, I believe we were told before the start of the first game that Garcia was going to make the start and face off against Tyler Glasnow. I personally was not mad. I liked the fact that Tanaka would be getting the ball in Game 3, because whether we won Game 2 or not, that's a nice arm to have. And of course, Masahiro necessarily didn't do well in that third game, but we didn't know that going into it. However, besides the point, Davy Garcia was announced to be the Game 2 starter. I was fine with it. A little surprised it wasn't Tank, but it made perfect sense as to why that decision was to be made. Now, I'm watching the game here, and I'm seeing as J.A. Happ comes in the second inning, and I think a lot of Yankees fans agree with me. I think pretty much it's a very unanimous opinion, in the sense where probably not the best idea. The Yankees were trying to beat the Rays at the Rays game. I get that, that old adage, fight fire with fire, but the Yankees were able to win Game 1 because of their pitching. Garrett Cole went deep into the game. They used their better bullpen arms in relief, and their offense came out on top. They won. That's what the Yankees do. That's what a baseball team does, not necessarily the Yankees. But you don't need to go ahead and try to outsmart the Rays. I get this is like a mental thing with the managers, Aaron Boone and Kevin Cash. They're trying to work the matchups. They're trying to put their team at the advantage and give them the upper hand. However, I just don't think that using Garcia as an opener was the best way to go. If he was struggling, sure, but Davey was doing well. I would like to see him pitch maybe 5 innings if he can get that far. Because who knows, that game might be different if Garcia goes further into that game than J.A. Happ. So, I don't know, that's just me. I don't think a lot of people were really expecting that. I don't know how many people were thrilled with that move. I think maybe looking back at it, the Yankees would keep Garcia in. At least I would hope. But very interesting choice there. And I don't think that move is going to be made again moving forward. If the Yankees make the championship series, I don't see us going Garcia for an inning, Happ for the next 3 or 4, however long, until he starts to struggle. That just doesn't make sense to me. If you're going to use an opener, you have to start a good bullpen arm. You have to go ahead and throw Chad Green out there and give him an inning. Maybe a little more than an inning. See if you can get 2. If not, just 4 or 5 outs. Like, Davy Garcia is a starter. He's good. And he can be very good. That just 1 inning of work against a good Rays team didn't make sense to me. However, I got off on a tangent there. Bringing it back to calling this game here. It's 2-2. Cole to Meadows, who struck out swinging his first time around back in the bottom of the first. Which made me realize here I have to update my scoreboard. Austin going to fly this one into shallow center field. Gleyber Torres. Nope, Gio Urshela. Sorry, there's a shift there. Gio Urshela with a nice little play. Makes the catch and falls to the ground. So we'll pop out the P5, really, in shallow left center. And there's 1 out. So as Meadows retired, that'll bring up the left-handed bat of Brandon Lau, starting at second base today for the Rays. Of course, he made that double play, the 4 unassisted, and then throw over to first base. So 4-3 double play to end the top of the third. In his first time around, Lau walked, and going into this game, he was hitting .087. That's 2 hits in 23 at-bats in the 2020 postseason. No home runs, 1 RBI, a 192 on base, and a 279 OPS. Again, we are going to see a shift. Glaber, DJ, and Luke all on the right side of the infield. Gio Urshela pretty much playing in between the third baseman and shortstop positions. And he's all by himself on the left side of the infield. So, changeup perfectly placed on the inner edge of the zone for strike one. The count is 2-1 now. In Lau's favor, 45 pitches for Cole's count on the day, and a fouled back fastball will make it 2-2. The series is tied at 2 wins apiece. Go big or go home. Whoever wins is moving on to the championship series, and we'll have a chance of being the American League representatives in the 2020 World Series. Of course, the winner will go home. Sorry, the losers will go home and watch from the couch or just not watch at all. Of course, in my case here, I hope that the Yankees do move on. I'm sporting my Judge jersey. Got to represent. And the count is now full to the left-handed second baseman. Lau did really well in the regular season. He put up some great numbers. And postseason came around and something clicked for him. Garrett Cole, 100-mile-per-hour fastball up. I think Lau tipped it, but right into the glove of Kyle Higashioka. It's another strikeout for the Yankees starter. Make it 6 on the day here in just 3 innings of work. 2 2/3 innings of work. So now, Randy Arozarena will step in. This guy has had an insane postseason thus far. 24 at-bats, 12 hits, 500 batting average. 3 home runs, 4 RBIs, 538 on base, 1.580 OPS. This guy is swinging a magic wand almost. Any ball he puts the bat on gets down for a hit or out for a home run. This guy is so good. He's really stepped up here for the Tampa Bay Rays. He's played a big part in this offense. I mean, in all honesty, we know that the Rays are good. We know that their pitching is loaded. You look at the lineup, you maybe don't expect them to put up a whole lot of runs per game, but then you have these guys, Randy Arozarena, G-Man Choi, Kevin Kiermaier with the occasional long ball, who's going to go ahead and they're going to perform. I say that as Randy strikes out on 3 pitches, looking nonetheless on a 100-mile-per-hour fastball again. Garrett Cole, I mean, oh my goodness, the second and third inning has been near perfect. If he keeps this up, he's going to go far into this ball game. 7 strikeouts for Garrett Cole. Let's see here. 5 swinging, 2 strikeouts looking. The Rays, no hits, no runs, no men left on base. We go to the top of the 4th. So we're still scoreless here, a third of the way through this ball game. And for the New York Yankees, Aaron Judge, Aaron Hicks, Giancarlo Stanton, all due up here in the top half of the 4th. I like this. I like the guys we have up, 2, 3, 4 men. This is the heart of the order right here. If someone gets on base, we're going to see an at-bat from Luke Voigt. This is a perfect time to score runs. Give Garrett Cole a lead going into the bottom of the 4th inning. Let him work with a small margin of error potentially. You know, of course, I don't want him to give up runs, but if we can get a lead here, I think that would be huge, of course. I don't want to pull a Joe Buck. I mean, of course, we know this is a must-win game for both teams. Whoever scores the most runs is going to win. Like, that's obvious, right? But the Yankees really, really, really need run support, and I cannot stress that enough. The Rays have great arms. We've been saying it for the last hour here on stream. I've said it throughout uploads and live streams in the past, these past 2-3 weeks. The Rays are really good. They have talented guys in the rotation. They have a strong bullpen. That's evident. That is very, very clear. The Yankees' rotation might not be as strong. Their bullpen is still very good. But their lineup is what's going to help them go from a good team to a great team. If their pitching can be good on any given day, that lineup is going to explode. There's going to be so many headlines with different players on this team. LeMahieu, batting champ. Judge, rookie of the year. He, previously set the home run record for most in a single season by a rookie. Giancarlo Stanton mashes, destroys the baseball. Luke Voigt led Major League Baseball in home runs. Gio Urshela, insane 2019 and 2020. Gleyber Torres, 23 years old. Brett Gardner, veteran. Kyle Higashioka, Aaron Hicks, Brett Gardner maybe a little bit as well. You look at the bottom line, you might not say, oh, those guys are power guys. But they are guys who definitely have potential. Look at Hicks. He's hitting .318 in the postseason. Gardner is hitting .412. Higashioka, .313. Those are some of the better batting averages. Gleyber Torres, .450. Some of the better batting averages on this Yankees team right now in the postseason are coming from the guys who maybe aren't the biggest of names. Out of the 9 guys starting today. DJ LeMahieu still hitting .321. Stanton hitting .348. Voigt and Judge, of course, are exceptions. .227 for the first baseman. .111 for the right fielder, who's stepping in now. Flies this one out to right field. Kevin Kiermaier running back at the wall, and it's gone! Aaron Judge, solo home run. I cannot contain my excitement. Let's go. Yankees are on top here in the 4th. Nick Anderson gives up a solo home run. Let's go. Let's go. Aaron Judge for the lead. Make it a 1-0 ball game. What did I just get done saying? We needed runs. We need run support for Garrett Cole. Aaron Judge, that is huge right now. That hopefully acts as a spark plug. I would love for this to be a domino effect. We get the ball rolling, more hits, more runs. That's the first hit of the game for the Yankees, and it comes in a huge way. Aaron Judge, let's go! His 3rd home run this postseason, 11th in his postseason career. Now Aaron Hicks will step up and take a called strike. Nonetheless, that's a fastball down the middle that he takes the other way. He sends it to right field. He goes 4 or 5 rows back in the right field seats. Let's go! Now, the second Aaron Hicks going to step in, wave and miss. Counts 0-2. That's huge. That is huge right there. The TBS right now is panning to a replay of the dugout, and everyone's jumping up cheering. How can you not? What a great at-bat from Aaron Judge right there. He struggled this postseason. He faced a lot of injury in the regular season, missed a significant amount of time. But that is a huge hit. That gets the Yankees ahead here. They strike first. And now the count is 1-2 to Hicks. That one's going to be down in the dirt. So there's a shift on Aaron Hicks. There are 4 outfielders. He's going to strike out on a breaking ball down. Strikeout swinging. Okay. I'm just trying to... 4 outfielders. I don't know who was where, because there weren't any demographics on the screen. Of course, I'm not listening to the broadcasters calling this game. So I don't know who was where, and if it wasn't for the the actual screening of the game, I wouldn't have realized that. But there were 4 outfielders. Doesn't matter. Hicks will go down on strikes. That brings up Giancarlo Stanton. This man has carried the Yankees on his back. Numerous home runs in the postseason. 6 homers, 13 RBIs, a .333 batting average in the American League Wildcard Series and American League Division Series combined. That was through 23 at-bats going into this game. He grounded out to third back in the second, and the count's going to be 1-1 here now. But Stanton has really showed up to play. This is the Giancarlo Stanton that the Yankees traded for. Not hurt Stanton. And he'll pop this one up in foul territory. Ji-Man Choi will be entered to make the catch. So a lackluster at-bat there from Stanton, but that's okay. It'll be a pop out to third. So not pop out to third, pop out 3, P3 in the scorebook. And yeah, so 2 outs. Nonetheless, the Yankees are up with no men on. 1-0, courtesy of the Aaron Judge solo home run from just a few moments ago. Very excited to be live calling that. This is an insane game. Insane game. And Luke Voigt swinging first pitch. Fouled back, fastball 96. Nice spot, though, in the zone from Nick Anderson. He's thrown 12 pitches. So Voigt in now, behind in the count, 0-1. He walked his first time around back in the second. Going into stutter. My goodness. Going into today, 22 at-bats, hitting .227 with 1 home run, 2 RBIs, a .320 on base, and an .820 OPS in the postseason. His postseason career numbers are 39 at-bats, hitting .231, 1 home run, 6 RBIs, and a .784 OPS. He's down on the count here, 0-2. See if he can work some 2-out magic. And he'll ground this one over to shortstop. Willie Adames is there to make the play. He throws over to Ji-Man Choi in time. A 6-3 put out to end the inning. 1 hit, 1 run, no man left on base. The Yankees take the lead here in the top of the 4th. We'll go to the home half of the frame. Garrett Cole will be pitching with a lead for the first time this game. That's what I was trying to say. So here we are, a little over an hour into the stream. The Yankees are currently up, as you can see on the scoreboard, courtesy of an Aaron Judge solo shot, which puts the Yankees up by 1 right now, going to the bottom of the 4th. Garrett Cole having a really nice day on the mound, 7 strikeouts. He has allowed no hits, and, I mean, really working a nice ball game right now. This is what you expect out of Cole in these high-leverage situations. This is what you want out of him. You paid him $324 million, 9 years. Came off of a very close Cy Young Award season last year. He was runner-up to former teammate Justin Verlander. But yeah, Cole, one of the best pitchers in baseball in 2019. Pitched well in 2020 for that 6-game regular season span. But in this postseason, 2 games, 2-0 record, 3.46 ERA. Of course, granted, that's going to be lower now a little bit. But then coming into tonight, 21 strikeouts on 13 innings and a 1.08 whip. He's very good. The Yankees locked him up. He's going to be their ace for a long time. And pitching is still the weak point for this Yankees organization. We're going to free agency in this upcoming winter with guys like Masahiro Tanaka and DJ LeMahieu that are going to go out and seek new contracts. Whether that's from the Yankees or from one of the other 29 teams, we don't know. I would hope that the Yankees bring back DJ. And I think they probably would, especially after he wins the batting title. I'd find it hard not to find a way to give him the money he deserves, which is a nice penny. But it'll be interesting to see how the Yankees play the market this year. A lot of nice guys that are going to be available. Trevor Bauer is a pitcher who is going to make a big splash no matter where he goes, if he returns to Cincinnati or if he packs his bags and moves elsewhere for 2021. I'm excited. I'm a big fan of Bauer. I'm going to root for him no matter where he goes. And, you know, that's just going to stand throughout his entire career. He could sign with the Red Sox. He could sign with the Rays. Yes, I'd be upset, but I'm still rooting for him. Every single game he's out there, every pitch he throws, I'm going to be intrigued. I'm going to be watching and be following along because just, you know, Bauer's a great person, let alone player in this game and what he's doing for the game. And just YouTube, of course, it's hard not to admire him and just look up to him Like, he's the guy that you definitely want in the game right now. And I'm a big fan of Trevor Bauer. And I speak for a lot of people saying that. I mean, he's a guy that people look up to. And I'm one of them. So I would love to see him in pinstripes next year. I don't know if that's going to be the case. It'll be interesting to see, how the market fluctuates and everything. But it'd be great. Ideally, he'd sign with New York. We'll see. First pitch of G-Man choice going to be a ball here from Garrett Cole. And at the bottom of the fourth here is underway. My scoreboard is up to date. And a nice curveball just below the belt for called strike one. Astros in the American League Championship Series. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to see how they do. I'm interested because against either of these teams, they're really gonna have to prove. I mean, they've proved a lot getting to where they are already. As G-Man Choi runs out to DJ LeMahieu for the first out. Like, they've made it past some very good teams. They were essentially the underdogs in both matchups against the Twins and the Athletics, at least in my eyes. And considering they probably wouldn't have even made the postseason in a regular season if it wasn't for the expanded bracket, they made it far. They're in the championship series. They're just a few games away from maybe being in the World Series. And I don't think the lineup is as good as the Yankees. The pitching, I don't necessarily know exactly how they compare. I know they had a lot of rookies debut in the bullpen and as starters. I would think maybe in some aspects, the Yankees have better bullpen. I would think that would be the case. Again, I'm not really looking at the Astros depth chart. I don't know who did what on the year. I didn't really follow Houston much in the 60-game regular season. Or in this 60-game regular season, but yeah, I would think the Yankees would have a slight upper hand. I think the Rays would as well. Pitching-wise, the Rays definitely are going to be better than the Houston staff, I believe. But then it comes down to offense and scoring runs. You have to score runs to win ball games. So I think either way, whoever moves on from this game, of course, I would love for it to be the Yankees, but whoever moves on from this game is going to have a nice little fun series against the Astros. It really could be either team. And I think I'd have to root for Tampa Bay if they do move on. I especially have to root against them, against the Astros with the whole cheating scandal. Not root against them in a bad way, just in the sense where, they cheated. I don't want them to make it back to the World Series just out of spite because they did beat us. And they've beaten us before in the postseason. So the Yankees coming in now being able to shut them down, or the Rays coming in and really stop them would be great. We'll see. We'll find out that exact matchup probably within a good 2 hours when this ball game is over. It's going to be either Yankees or Rays versus the Astros in the ALCS. You flip things over to the National League, and it's the Braves and the Dodgers. Now, I think there's a clear favorite there. You have to go LA, and I think they do win. They make it to the World Series. They've been the favorites. Best record in baseball, 43-17. Unstoppable. Good pitching. Their lineup is just disgusting. And, it's going to be hard to beat that team. Whoever they're facing. Whether it's the Braves in the championship series, or the Yankees, or Rays, or Astros in the World Series. It's fun. We get a chat here. Whoever wins the game, I hope they absolutely kick the Astros. Yeah, I mean, you would hope so. You would hope so. It's a 1-2 count now to Yandy Diaz. He's going to foul this one back. This was a few pitch at bat. Kind of going off on a tangent here, talking about the Astros and everything going on. But 60 pitches for Garrett Cole. He honestly seems like he's doing pretty well at the moment. And he's gone through, recorded 10 outs. And I believe 7 of them were strikeouts here. So the 1-2 payoff pitch, and it's fouled back again. Choi led off this inning with a ground out to second. Yandy Diaz up now, the designated hitter, who's slotted 5th in the lineup. Then Joey Wendell is due up next here. Got my Yankees cup, my Yankees jersey on, and we're up 1-0 here in the 4th, which is great. Gleyber Torres, I'm not going to say botches the play over at shortstop, but I don't think that should be scored an infield single. He tries to backhand it. He moves over towards third base, and it goes in and out of the glove. So Diaz will be aboard. Whether or not that scored a hit or an error, I'm going to have to wait and see, because I'm personally not sure, so I'll actually check the box score here. Gleyber Torres goes out to Garrett Cole. He's like, yo, that's on me. So Diaz is aboard. That's the first base runner, and that is actually going to be ruled an error, so I don't even have to check it. It does show up on the screen here. Ruled an error there from Gleyber Torres in E6. But that's the first base runner for the Rays since the first inning. Joey Wendle fouls back a 98-mile-per-hour fastball. Strike one, 1 out, 1 man on first. Rather, 1 man on at first. Of course, there's only one person on first base at a time. The Rays are still trying to go ahead here and get at the New York Yankees. They want to strike and get a run across the board, especially being down now. A slight deficit in the home half of the fourth. Wendle fouls back a 99-mile-per-hour fastball up at the letters. And it's out of play behind the Yankees' visiting dugout out in Petco Park in San Diego, California. So Garrett Cole will try it again here. 0-2 count to Joey Wendle, the left-handed stick, starting at third base defensively tonight. Yandy Diaz over at first with 1 away. It is a 0-2 count. Series is tied 2-2. Garrett Cole, the 0-2 delivery, and fouled down the first base line. So long at bats here. The Rays are putting together lots of pitches against Garrett Cole in the fourth. Trying to get his pitch count up here, get him out of the game as early as they can. We'll try this 0-2 thing yet one more time. Again, Diaz at first, Luke Voigt holding him on. Joey Wendle with the 0-2 count. Roped down the first base line. Off-speed pitch inside. Wendle hits that ball hard, but foul. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So Glasnow, of course, is out of the game, but Garrett Cole, he's got the changeup, the curve, the four-seamer, and the slider. See if he tries to get a changeup down and away here, or what his plan of attack is against the number 6 batter in the lineup here tonight. Eagles fastball up and away. 99 is going to clock in on the radar gun, but it'll miss. Count is 1-2. So a long at bat to Diaz, a long at bat to Wendle, and there's 1 out. One, two, and Wendle fouls it back, but releases the bat on the follow-through. I think Kevin Cash went to make the catch and dropped it. Oh, Kevin Cash almost got hit with the bat. We got flying projectiles here out of the hands of Joey Wendle. He somehow managed to make contact, so again, count is 1-2. This is going to be pitch number 69 from Garrett Cole as he looks to retire the left-handed third baseman. Long at bat. The 1-2 payoff pitch. And that'll be a changeup down and away. So, kind of what you expect to see against a lefty, except it wasn't a crazy competitive pitch. It was a decent amount below the zone, so easily taken for ball 2 on behalf of Joey Wendle. Willy Adames is on deck. If we look at Wendle, what he's done previously in this game, he struck out looking back in the first. And that's his only at-bat at this point. He'll foul back a fastball, clocking in at triple digits, 100 miles an hour. Garrett Cole has thrown 25 balls, 45 strikes for a total of 70 pitches here in this game. Struggling to get out of this fourth inning. Not necessarily in trouble, but long at-bats against both Diaz and Wendell, the 5 and 6 batters, respectively, here. In the bottom of the fourth. Now, ideally, you want to get 6 innings out of Cole and have the offense continue to add on to this lead for New York. Curveball drops down in the dirt. Kyle Higashioka does a good job keeping it in front of him. Count is full. Now, I think with Diaz on first via the error, Wendell in a full count, we're going to see Cole really attack on this pitch here. Shook off Higashioka. He's shaken off Higashioka quite a few times. Kyle setting up inside, and it's gonna miss up and away. Sent out to left field. Brett Gardner camps under it. The catch is made. 2 outs. So a fly out to left. 2 away. Willie Adames steps in. And the Rays shortstop is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging back in the second. In that same inning, Cole would go on to strike out Adames, Kiermaier, and Zunino in order. 3 up, 3 down, all on the punch-out. No one warming up in the Yankees bullpen. You think Garrett Cole gets 5 for a little over 5 innings, hopefully. Adames steps in. Diaz is on first via the error from Gleyber Torres, and there are 2 away. Yankees lead 1-0. It's the bottom of the fourth. First pitch is a fastball in the inner third. 99 miles per hour. Strike 1. Willie's definitely struggled in this postseason a bit. Going into tonight, 18 at-bats, a 167 average, no home runs, no RBIs, 1 stolen base, 318 on base, 485 OPS. His postseason career, 35 at-bats, hitting 229, with 2 home runs, 2 RBIs, and 1 stolen base. So Willie steps in. He's down in the count 0-1 early on. Garrett Cole and Kyle Higashioka are in agreement as to what pitch will be thrown here. They set up down and away, and it's going to miss for a ball. I believe that was a slider from Garrett, and that pitch is thrown about 25% of the time. It's the second most used pitch out of the arsenal for the Yankees ace, of course, only following the 4-seam fastball. And that 4-seam fastball will miss way up and away. Kyle Higashioka does a good job to keep it in front of him. The count goes to 2-1. Cole now at 75 pitches. It's been a long inning. You want him to get out of this as quickly as possible so he can return to the mound of the 5th and maybe even start the 6th inning. And ideally, the Yankees would then be able to go to Green, Britton, Chapman, and those would be their guys. Nice pitch. Right down the middle, but low. Deemed a strike by the umpire. The count's even at 2-2 with 2 outs. It's a great pitch right there. Slider. Nice movement to it. You know, pretty much in the middle of the plate. And, 2-2 is the count now. Adames. Fastball. Again, going to register at 100. But will miss outside for a ball. The count is full. Kevin Kiermaier is on deck. He struck out his first time around, as I mentioned just moments ago. Cole needs to get out of this inning here. It is imperative that Adames is the last batter he faces. You need him to get back out there. I cannot stress that enough. I mean, you want him to get as much time on the mound as possible. Diaz at first. The count is full. Adames fouls the fastball back. Alright, so I'm surprised Yandy Diaz didn't take off. Full count, 2 outs. I mean, you think that he'd be running on the delivery here, unless he just doesn't want to get picked off. That would make total sense. And there you go. He's on the move now. Willie Adames swings and miss. Garrett Cole, very excited after the strikeout. Very animated. Let the kids play. Not very animated, but let the kids play. I like it. I'm all for it. The pitcher celebrate. Let the batter celebrate. Let everyone just bat flip and jump off the mound, pump the fist in the air, throw the glove, do whatever you want. You know, and I mean that wholeheartedly. That's not me being sarcastic or anything. That's just me saying, hey, the hitters pimp a home run, let them celebrate it. If, you know, Garrett Cole or any pitcher in Major League Baseball gets a big strikeout, celebrate it. You know? Do you. So, Adames is going to strike out to end it. No hits, no runs, 1 man left on base. No errors. We're going to go to the top of the 5th here. See if the Yankees can extend their lead. It's currently sitting at 1 run, by the way. Let's see if they can extend it here. Add on to that solo home run off the bat of Aaron Judge back in the 4th. So we go top 5. 2 up for the Yankees. Gio Urshela, Gleyber Torres, and Brett Gardner. Those are your 6, 7, and 8 batters. Glass now out of this game. We'll see if Nick Anderson comes in yet again, or if he indeed will be done as well. Now, reminder, both Garrett Cole and Glasnow are pitching on short rest. Glasnow had a very short appearance, short leash. He didn't even do bad. I think Kevin Cash, what he might be trying to do is keep pitchers in for like 2 innings, maybe 3, just so that he's kind of changing up on the Yankees here, so that they don't get used to seeing a guy more than 1 time around the lineup. That would make sense, and honestly, that sounds like a Kevin Cash thing to do. So we'll see how things go. We'll see if that is indeed what ends up happening here, if Anderson doesn't get much more time on the mound. But I wouldn't be surprised. He has a great bullpen to work with and utilize, so in a big game like this, he might just go to whoever, whenever. Urshela's first plate appearance was back in the 2nd inning. He struck out swinging. And that's the extent for Gio at this point. But Gio struck out swinging, Gleyber flew out to right, and Brett Gardner walked. Was then later a part of the DJ LeMahieu double play, so he was out at second to end the inning, or in one of the outs that would end the inning there. So Anderson backing on the mound here in the top of the 5th. Gio steps in. Going into tonight's game, he had 24 at-bats in the postseason, hitting .208 with 1 home run, 5 RBIs, no stolen bases, a .259 on base, and a .593 OPS. 69 career postseason at-bats, again, before this game started. .217 average, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, .619 OPS. This is a guy who is not regressing. He's not slowing down. Yankees fans didn't really know what to expect out of him this year. 2019 was amazing, offensively and defensively. I mean, he is just picking things right back up. I mean, it's very late in the season, so he's not really picking much up now. But he's continuing to just have a great career with the New York Yankees in pinstripes in these road gray uniforms, what have you. I mean, you know, this guy's going to flash leather, make excellent plays. We've seen it already multiple times in both the wild card and division series and the regular season. Over at the hot corner, he's one of the best defensive guys we have on this team right now. And then, especially for his position, which is incredibly hard, one of the harder positions probably to play in Major League Baseball. And then he's still putting together good at-bats. He's going to hit the occasional home run. He's going to hit for contact. He definitely hits for average. We've seen that the last 2 years, hitting over 300. Like, ridiculous. He's a guy who, really, with the Indians and the Blue Jays, they kind of gave up on him. And he comes over with New York, and we make a big deal out of him. Same thing with Luke Voigt. Like, It's something that has definitely helped the Yankees over the past 2 seasons. And now, off speed, inside, 2-2 is the count to Urshela, who leads off the top of the 5th year. So Anderson, first Gio. Nick, first Gio here. 2-2 count, no outs, no on, and that's going to be down and away. Urshela thinks about it but lays off. The count will go full. The Yankees have walked twice today as a team. Luke Voigt back in the 2nd, and Brett Gardner in the next inning. So the count is full here. Nick Anderson is nearing 20 pitches. This one's down the middle. Urshela just a little late on it. He's going to foul it back and out of play. So we'll try this full count thing again. 3-2 count on the top of the 5th. Yankees lead 1-0. Again, courtesy of the Aaron Judge solo home run back in the 4th. Gio will wave and miss out a fastball. He was under it and late. 96 miles per hour, that's going to clock in at. So 2 strikeouts, a pair of strikeouts on Gio Urshela's line to this point on the day. Gleyber Torres will step in now, seeing if he can get his first hit at the ball game in this one. And the first pitch to Gleyber, gonna run up and in, almost hits him. He has to back out of the way. Let me go ahead and actually pull up Nick Anderson's stats here, because I realized I did not do that when he first came into the game. We talked about it a little bit, but his postseason numbers, different than his regular season. Postseason stats this year: 1.93 ERA in 3 games, 4 2/3 innings, 4 strikeouts, and a .43 WHIP. I think that's with the Aaron Judge solo shot worked into those numbers, but I could be mistaken. And in his career, a 1.74 ERA in 7 games, 10 1/3 innings, 12 strikeouts, and a .68 WHIP. Did very well in the 2020 regular season, pitching 19 games, racking up 6 saves, a 2-1 win-loss record, .55 ERA, 16 1/3 innings, 26 strikeouts, and a .49 WHIP. Gleyber is going to send this one into center field, and it'll be a single. So there we have it, a 1-out knock, maybe a bloop and a blast. Gleyber Torres is aboard. Brett Gardner steps in. Yeah, that was just a ground ball right back up the middle, almost Nick Anderson in the leg. He does get out of the way in time. So single right back up the middle for the Yankees shortstop. He's on first with 1 out. Brett Gardner now 0 for 1. Coming into today, though, with a big postseason performance to this point. 412 average, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. He walked his last time around. Yesterday, we saw a Gardner single, Gleyber home run. Maybe now do we see a Gleyber single, Gardner home run. That'd be nice. Puts the Yankees up 3-0 if that is the case. And Gardner sends this one to center field. I got too excited. That's a line out at the warning track. It's like maybe I called it right there. But first pitch swing and Brett Gardner put a good barrel on that baseball. Line out to center. I got anxious. I got very anxious right there. I got ahead of myself, but it's okay. 2 outs. Gleyber Torres on first for Kyle Higashioka. It was a good swing. That was a good swing from my favorite player in Major League Baseball. He's walking back to the dugout disappointed, but I mean, great barrel right there. So, nothing you can do about it. It is an out right to Kevin Kiermaier. Higashioka will step in now with 2 outs, and he will see strike 1 called by the umpire. So the Yankees backstop struck out looking back in the 3rd. Pete Fairbanks is warming up in the Rays bullpen. And if you don't know Pete Fairbanks, very good. Another one of those guys on the Rays staff who is going to come out, and he's going to pitch very well, and he's going to hold his opponents to very little. 1-1 count now to Higashioka. Glaber on first. 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning. Anderson, 27 pitches. Higashioka takes an off-speed pitch for strike 2 on the outer third of the plate. Hasn't swung the bat much yet today. Again, he went down looking his first time around. Now down in the count here again. 1-2. So I believe Nick Anderson has tied his longest appearance, at least in 2020, with 2 1/3 innings. So I would assume the 5th inning is his last, which we'll see him on the mound. Higashioka almost offers at an off-speed pitch in the dirt. Instead, he will hold up. Count will go to 2-2 with 2 outs. Man, I'm still upset Brett Gardner just missed a home run to dead center. I mean, Gardner's not known for his power, so a home run to dead center field at Petco Park, which is primarily known as a pitcher's stadium, would be a little surprising. But also, he went opposite field this year, which he's only done, I think, 3 times in his career, and he's been playing since 2009. Higashioka fouls this one back. The count again is going to be 2-2. We'll try it again. The Rays bullpen had 23 saves, which was the best in Major League Baseball. 25 wins, which was the second best in Major League Baseball. 269 2/3 innings, which is the 3rd best in Major League Baseball in the regular season. Their bullpen ranks amongst the best because they are one of the best. And I've stressed that over the last hour and 36, 37 minutes I've been live, something like that. They're known for their pitching staff. Their bullpen especially is very good. Like, that's just, at the end of the day, that's what it is. But if their opponents can hold them offensively, you can have great pitchers. But if your team's not going to score runs and back you up, it's going to be tough to win games. So, see what happens. Still a lot of time left for Game 5 of the division series here. Top of the 5th. Count goes full on an off-speed pitch down in the dirt. 3-2 if Higashioka gets on. DJ LeMahieu will come up for his 3rd at-bat. He's 0 for today so far. Grounded back to the pitcher in the 1st. Grounded into double play in the 3rd. We'll see if he gets an at-bat in the away half of the 5th. Glaber Torres stands on first. G-Man Choi holding him on. Let's see if Kyle can get his 2nd home run of the postseason. I think he had 4 homers on the regular season, and 3 came in the same day. Fastball, right down the middle. He sends out to right field. Austin Meadows camps under, and that is going to be out number 3. So fly out to right ends the inning. No runs on 1 hit. 1 man left on base for the Yankees. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Yankees still up 1-0, though. So we go to the bottom of the 5th as I'm updating my scoreboard. Kevin Kiermaier, Mike Zunino, and Austin Meadows all due up. I would assume we see Garrett Cole back out there on the mound. I think he was just under 80 pitches when we last saw him, so he'll go out there in the 5th. Maybe start the 6th, hopefully end the 6th, which would be nice. But Chad Green is definitely a guy who can go a little more than an inning if necessary. Or you could split time, an inning in the 3rd with Green, an inning in the 3rd with Britton, and an inning in the 3rd with Chapman, if you really have to. If Garrett Cole doesn't start the 6th. I was trying to do the math there. I was like, wait, does that make sense? Yes, it does. So yeah, Garrett Cole at least getting through the 5th inning. And he's pitched a good game. Not much more you can ask from him here in a Game 5 situation. He's tallied 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strikeouts through 4 innings, so he's averaging 2 punch-outs per frame. And he's allowed a small handful of base runners, mostly being back in the 1st inning, and they were on walks. So, you really have to go ahead and tip your caps to Garrett Cole. I'm kind of thinking, I'm looking at my jersey on screen here on my monitor and everything, and that brings me to the point where the Yankees and Major League Baseball and just people, families and fans everywhere are mourning the death of Whitey Ford, who passed away, um, which we learned about today at 91 years old. One of the best to do it in a Yankees uniform. Whitey was amazing in his career with New York, and let's bring up his numbers. Let's bring up his numbers here because he was very successful through his career, and he deserves the the recognition here. So bring up Whitey Ford stats. He did pass away, and the Yankees are wearing a number 16 patch on their sleeve in Game 5 here today in remembrance of the Yankee Southpaw. So he had a 57.1 career WAR, 236 wins, 106 losses, a 2.75 ERA in 498 games. 438 games started, 11 saves, 3,170 innings pitched, 1,956 strikeouts, and a 1.215 WHIP. He was with the Yankees his entire career, and he was amazing in that career and in that span. 16 years. Was an MVP multiple times. Was an All-Star multiple times. He was, in the Cy Young voting. And, it's a tough loss. We have lost a lot of people, here in 2020. And baseball related, a lot of greats. Lou Brock, Bob Gibson, Tom Seaver, Whitey Ford. There's, more that add on to that list. And we go from that sad point back to the game here, transitioning to the bottom of the fifth. Kevin Kiermaier is going to fly out to Aaron Hicks in center. But yeah, I want to bring up Whitey Ford and the passing that we learned about as of today. Again, the Yankees are wearing a number 16 patch on their sleeve in remembrance of the Yankee legend. One away here, Garrett Cole, 82 pitches through 4 1/3. He's facing Mike Zunino, who will see strike one. So this is Cole's second start in the division series. He's pitching on short rest. His first time around, he threw 97 pitches, giving up 3 runs on 6 hits, 6 innings of work, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 2 home runs. He's ahead in the count here, 0-2 to the Rays backstop. The Bays backstop. Better phrasing there. So Garrett Cole, 84 pitches. Here we go. The 0-2 to Mike Zunino is just going to miss upstairs. 1-2. Looks like a changeup. Slider. Sorry. Fastball up and in, 98, 2-2. 2-2 count, 1 out, no man on. Yankees lead 1-0 here in the American League Division Series, Game 5. It's Friday, October 9th. Fun matchup here, fun stream. Thank you to everyone who's joined in and who's currently tuning in. It's been a lot of fun so far to this point, and Zunino's going to foul this one back as well. So yeah, it's fun with this being the only Game 5 in the division series. The A's and Astros went to 4. The Braves swept Miami, and the Dodgers swept the Padres. So, not a lot of action in the NL. Very easy 1-2-3 games. But Garrett Cole gets the benefit of the doubt and called strike 3 against Zunino. That's another strikeout, guys. Got him looking. Zunino not thrilled with the call. Just outside, Higashioka does a nice job bringing that back into the zone. 9 strikeouts for Garrett Cole. That is now his most in a single American League Division Series game with the New York Yankees. As I just mentioned moments ago, he punched out 8 batters in Game 1 on Monday. And now he's going to jump ahead in the count 0-1 to the leadoff batter, Austin Meadows, who's going to wave and miss. Fastball, got him his way upstairs. Meadows kind of jumps out of the way. Counts even out 1-1 with 2 outs. Meadows, the left-handed right fielder, that one's sent out to right field. At the wall is Judge. Jumps up and oh my goodness. It's a solo home run for Meadows. But Judge jumped up and came down hard. Gotta hope he's okay. Solo home run for Meadows ties this game up. And I didn't want to jinx it before, but that's the first hit of the ball game for Tampa Bay. So, first hit comes in a big way, grand fashion from Austin Meadows. Definitely hurts a little bit, but the Yankees offense is going to have to get back into it. That's just a fastball right down the middle. And mistake pitch. Judge hit the top of his head on like the overhead of the wall. And Lau is going to ground out on the second pitch of his at bat. 3-1. Voit fields it, and Garrett Cole is covering the bag. So this game is tied, and you guys can kind of tell my mood's changed a little bit. It's changed a little bit. It is tied at 1 run apiece. We're going to the top of the 6th. And here we go. Yankees. See if they can get it right back. But yeah, up until that point, I really don't want to jinx it. Garrett Cole did not allow a hit. He had a few base runners, but nothing crazy. They was all on walks or hit by pitches or errors. But it's all good. So we're going to go to the top of the 6th inning here and lead it off with DJ LeMahieu at the top of the order. So LeMahieu, Judge, and Hicks. Hopefully we can piece together some hits and runs and get this lead back. We're getting into the later innings here. We're going to see the Yankees start to nod over to their bullpen, get Chad Green warming up. I would assume Chad Green at least. But we are going to see a pitching change from Tampa Bay. Pete Fairbanks is coming into this game. At least so I've been told via my notifications here. So Fairbanks, 26 years old, 6'6" right-handed reliever. His postseason stats, 4.5 ERA in 2 games, with 2 saves and 2 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, and a 2.00 whip. I've been live for the whole game. Yes, will I be live for the whole game? That's the goal. We'll see if that is the end result, but I do want to try to go this entire game here. Yeah, we were live since the top of the 1st, and I want to be live until the bottom of the 9th, or top of the 9th, hopefully bottom of the 9th. So yeah, Fairbanks, we look at 2020, his stats in the regular season, he was 6-3 in 27 games. He started 2 games as an opener, recorded a 2.7 ERA in 26 2/3 innings, striking out 39 batters and posting a 1.39 whip. So not too bad. He made his debut back in 2019. So he is coming in now to relieve Nick Anderson, who relieved Tyler Glasnow. This game is tied at 1. We go to the top of the 6th. 2 solo shots have been the difference. One from Aaron Judge, the other from Austin Meadows. DJ, Judge, Hicks. All coming up here in the away half of the 6th inning. We're getting a prediction in the chat. DJ hits a home run. I would love that. I would love DJ to hit a home run. Give us a lead here early on. Two innings pitched and 1 run from Pete Fairbanks here in the 2020 postseason. Count is 1-1 as he gets the benefit of the doubt. Called strike from the home plate umpire. Fastball at 99. 99 mile per hour heater. LeMahieu's 0 for 2 to this point. He grounded out to the pitcher in the first, grounded out into a double play in the third, and again, going back to that outside edge of the plate, Fairbanks is going to get the call. 1-2. Both right fielders have hit solo shots. Just kind of put that together here. LeMahieu in a 1-2 count will watch the off-speed pitch. 2-2. So LeMahieu, 88 career postseason at-bats, hitting .284 with 3 home runs, 11 RBIs, and a .797 on base plus slugging. He really needs a hit here. Get him in that column, and he'll foul back a fastball, registering at triple digits, 100 on the radar gun. We'll try this 2-2 again. 5 pitches from Fairbanks so far. LeMahieu, Judge, and Hicks all due up here in the first half of the 6th inning. DJ dribbles this one to the left side of the infield. Willie Adames is there to make the play. And the throw. LeMahieu is 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. So Aaron Judge steps in. His last at-bat was a big one. Solo home run to right fields off of Nick Anderson. So what do you do here? The game is tied at 1 in the top of the 6th. DJ just grounded out for the first out of the inning. It's Judge up in the box now, and then Hicks. Breaking ball, called strike 1. So that was Aaron Judge's 11th postseason home run and 22nd RBI in his postseason career. That's in a little over. That's in exactly 130 at bats. LeMahieu's out, of course, with that ground ball to the shortstop. So 1 out, nobody on. Aaron Judge down on the count 0-2. Pete Fairbanks is coming to this game, throwing 8 pitches and recorded an out. Aaron sends this one to right field again, but a routine fly ball out to Austin Meadows. So fly out to right, that puts 2 outs on the board here in the top of the 6th. Aaron Hicks will step in, and he's going to bat left-handed, switch-hitting center fielder, as we see Pete Fairbanks, a right-handed pitcher. Fairbanks in, and he's done his job very well early on in relief of Nick Anderson. Not a lot of action here in this ballgame so far. Pitching's been good on both sides. And fastball almost gets Hicks in the arm at 100 miles per hour. 1-0. Another fastball inside, and this one 99 miles per hour, 2-0 count. So Hicks now had to jump out of the way twice in just as many pitches this plate appearance. Now Aaron's 0 for 2 on the day. He lined out to center in his first at-bat, struck out swinging back in the 4th inning. A career 222 hitter in the postseason going into tonight with 2 home runs, 12 RBIs, and 1 stolen base. This postseason, he's hitting a little under 318, which is what he entered with. And going to offer and miss at the breaking ball, 2-1. So Peter Fairbanks has thrown 12 pitches. He's recorded the first 2 outs. 2-1 count here. Aaron Hicks checks the swing. Does he go around? Yes, he does, says the home plate umpire. It counts even now at 2 apiece with 2 outs. And the series being tied 2-2. Trying to find creative ways to implement the number 2 here. So again, 2-2 pitch. Fairbanks to Hicks. And roped down the right field line, but foul. So we'll do it again. If Hicks gets aboard, Giancarlo Stanton will come up for his 3rd time in this ball game. Hicks and Stanton both hitless here in Game 5. So Aaron Hicks will try it again. Time is called. Aaron Hicks steps out of the box. Alright, yeah, we're getting to the point where I'm pretty nervous as a fan. Watching the Yankees and the Rays, this game play out here. 2-2. Hicks leaves it alone. Fastball, or changeup. At 95, I'm not really sure, actually. Count is full. Count is full to Hicks. We know that he's good at working walks. He did that a lot in the regular season this year. If he can get on base via ball 4 or get a hit for Stanton, maybe we see Stantonian homer number 7. Hicks, another foul ball smoked down the right field line. Yeah, you look at Giancarlo Stanton's numbers here in October. 6 home runs, 13 ribbies, a 348 average. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. He showed up when guys like Judge and Voit didn't. And he carried the Yankees offense. See if he can be a difference maker his next at bat, whether that's in the 6th or 7th inning. Another pitch of the switch hitting Hicks. Calling for a fastball up, and it's a fastball down and in. Aaron Hicks singles it right back up the middle for a 2-out knock. Here we go. That's what we needed. Now we need a Giancarlo Stanton home run. We need just a hit at least. Something good for extra bases might score Hicks and play the go-ahead run. But we need Stanton to make contact here, find a gap, or get it into the stands. We need to take the lead. We cannot be pushing it to the 7th, 8th, 9th inning to score runs. That's fine, but we want to make sure that our hitters can jump ahead, grab a lead, so our pitchers are more comfortable, and Stanton swinging at a ball nearly in the dirt. 0-1. Let's look at the Yankees' designated hitters' career postseason numbers. Stanton batting cleanup. He is, of course, a DH. 57 at-bats in the postseason throughout his entire career, which is hitting .281 with 8 home runs, 16 RBIs, and 1 stolen base. Hicks leads off first, and they try to pick him off. He gets back in time. G-Man Choi, of course, over there holding him on. So here we go. The 0-1 is another breaking ball down in the dirt. Counts even at 1 apiece. With a runner on first, the game being tied 1-1. Stanton looking for his first hit. DJ LeMahieu grounded out to shortstop. Aaron Judge flew out to right. Aaron Hicks singled back up the middle. Now it's Stanton's turn. At bat number 3, he grounded out to third and popped up to first in foul territory. Fastball up at the letters. Thinks about it. Luckily lays off. He's now ahead in the count. Big at bat from Stanton right here. Big at bat from Stanton. Inside, 3-1. Get Luke Voit up. He's due for another big hit. Get Luke Voit up. With 2 men on and 2 outs. I want to see Luke Voit up in the box. The Rays are getting someone up in the bullpen right now. Fairbanks, 21 pitches. The Yankees have made him work a bit in the 6th. He got 2 quick outs, but then he had to work. Stanton gonna foul this one back. Count will go full. Here we go. Now they're showing replays of when Giancarlo Stanton won the home run derby at Petco Park. I believe that was 2016. See him hit a home run here. Or not. Ball 4 works too. So 2 out single from Hicks and a walk to Stanton puts 2 men on. Big opportunity now for Luke Voit. Big opportunity now for Luke Voit. Diego Castillo is warming up in the bullpen. Right-handed pitcher for the Rays. Let's see it, Luke. And Fairbanks might be done. If not, we just have the pitching coach going out there to kind of calm him down, give Castillo time to warm up. But Peter might be done for the day. We'll see. We'll see. Either way, Hicks will now be at second base. Stanton over at first. Luke Voit, to this point, is 0 for 1. He walked in his first at-bat, which came in the 2nd inning. His 4th inning plate appearance resulted in a ground out to shortstop. A .227 batting average in 22 at-bats this postseason. 1 home run, 2 RBIs, 320 on base, 820 OPS. In his career, 39 postseason at-bats, .231 average, 1 home run, 6 RBIs, and a .784 on base with slugging. This is a crucial at-bat. This is incredibly important right here. If Luke Voit singles, we take a 2-1 lead. If he homers, we take a 4-1 lead. If he gets on base via a walk or just a single that can't score a run, it's bases loaded for Gio Urshela, who already has a grand slam this postseason. Big at-bat, big opportunity. Ball 1 to Voit, gonna miss down and in to start the at-bat. I'm very nervous. You guys can probably tell my tone has changed quite a little bit this last half inning. Or really, going back to the bottom of the 5th when Meadows hit that home run. For me now as a Yankees fan, I'm starting to get a little anxious, paranoid. I've been really all day, but now that this game is tied and we're going to the later innings, it's all catching up to me. So Voit gonna foul this one down the third base line. Count's even at 1. That got down the line fair. That might have been enough to make it a 2-1 game. We'll see. We're going to try it again. 1-1 is the count in a 1-1 tie ball game with 2 men on base and 2 out. Hicks at second, Stanton at first, Voit at the dish. Big swing and a miss at a 99-mile-per-hour fastball just outside. So count is now 1-2. Peter Fairbanks has got himself a pitcher's count. Trying to work out of trouble here. And escape without allowing a run. Time is called. This is stressful. Stressful a little bit. Voit in the box. 1-2 count, 2 outs, 6 seconds. And at first, it's a 1-1 game here in the top of the 6th. ALDS Game 5. Let's see Luke connect. He'll foul it back. Okay, staying alive, that's all we could ask for. We'll do the 1-2 pitch again. Fairbanks at 27 pitches on the inning. Here we are. 1-2 count to the Yankees first baseman who is slotted 5th in the lineup tonight. Got 2 on, 1 in scoring position, 2 outs, 1-2 count. The game is tied 1-1. We're running through the same little spiel here after every pitch. Crucial at bat. Very important pitch right here from Fairbanks. And Voit is going to wave and miss, swing right through a fastball, 100 miles per hour up in the zone for strike 3. The Yankees will leave 2 men on base. 1 hit, no runs. It's going to be tied. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 6th. We'll see if Garrett Cole comes in to start the inning. Here we go. It's a 1-1 game. Very close. The Rays have their 3, 4, 5 batters up. That's a Rosarena, Choi, and Diaz. Getting nervous. It's getting late into this ball game, guys. We've been streaming for a little over 2 hours, which is awesome. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in, who's currently tuning in. If you are here and you want to say hello, or you want to talk baseball, or talk anything, go ahead and comment in the chat. Fun game. 2 solo home runs have been a difference right now. Both from teams' respective right fielders, Aaron Judge and Austin Meadows for the Yankees and Rays. I mean, pitching has been phenomenal. Garrett Cole has been good for the Yankees to this point. The Rays have 1 earned run allowed between Glasnow, Anderson, and Fairbanks. Castillo is probably going to come in the top of the 7th. And we'll see what happens from there on out. But this is going to be big. Close ball game here. The Yankees and Rays probably had to be the most exciting matchup going into the division series sets. At least in my opinion. Like, A's and Astros is fun. Padres and Dodgers, really cool. 2 good teams. Dodgers are the easy favorites, and they ended up moving on. And then the Braves and Marlins, yeah, it's cool, but you kind of expect the Braves to win. Yankees and Rays. There was a lot of tension between these 2 teams. Lots of tension in the regular season. And they're still battling it out now on October 9th in a Game 5 scenario. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun watching these 2 teams compete. The Rays outperformed New York, both in a win-loss record standpoint and just these 2 in a series against each other. The Rays, I think, won 8 of 10 games against the New York Yankees in the 2020 regular season. Like, Tampa Bay had previously done really well against this Yankees organization, and now it's really close. And Gardner at the wall. Gardner at the wall! With the catch! Oh my gosh! I just got really nervous. Randy Arozarena almost just hit his 4th home run of the postseason and gave the Rays the lead. First pitch at the bottom of the 6th. Brett Gardner, what a play. Robbed a home run from the Rays. Randy Arozarena made a great jumping catch at the wall. Oh my goodness. That's a huge play. That is huge. Brett Gardner, short porch out there in left field. That would have hit the seats. Let's go, Brett, baby. The Rays bullpen was celebrating. They had their hands up in the air. Their facial expressions changed dramatically, and so did mine. Let's go. Fly out to left, Brett Gardner. What a catch. That's going to end Garrett Cole's night. 5 1/3 innings pitched. 1 earned run, 1 solo home run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strikeouts, and only 1 hit given up. Not a bad night for Garrett Cole here in Game 5. This game is going to be tied, and Zach Britton will enter in relief. We're going to get a lefty in from the bullpen. So with G-Man Choi and Yandy Diaz expected up, I don't think they're going to platoon Choi with anyone because lefty-lefty matchup, we know Cash likes to set his guys up for success and play in favor of his batters. I don't know if someone's going to come in to replace G-Man. He's a great hitter for the Rays. I don't really think that's going to happen, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. You guys know that. So here we go. Going to go ahead and check the numbers for Zach Britton on the postseason and just in the regular season for you guys. Kind of let you know what we're working with here. Of course, Britton, very good reliever, out of the pen, lefty arm, 32 years old. He's 6'1", 200 pounds. His postseason stats this year: 3 games, a 4.5 ERA in 4 innings, notching 5 strikeouts and a .75 WHIP. No wins, no losses, no saves. His career postseason stats: a 3.32 ERA in 20 games, with 2 saves in 21 and 2/3 innings, striking out 20 batters, and posting a 1.29 WHIP. Again, no wins, no losses. In 2020, he was 1-2 with a 1.89 ERA in 20 games, 8 saves, 19 innings pitched, 16 strikeouts, and a WHIP sitting flat at 1.00. So Britton going to come in to relieve Garrett Cole. Randy Arozarena chuckling in the dugout. He got robbed of a home run. Brett Gardner, what a play. What a play. And Garrett Cole pumps his fists. He's happy. I was happy. Gardner's happy. The Yankees are happy. Randy Arozarena, not happy. Rays, not happy either. Either way, bottom of the 6th, we are 1 out in. Britton comes in to face G-Man Choi, who is over 2 on the day. He made it to first via a fielder's choice back in the first inning. He grounded out to second. Sorry, he didn't make it to first. It was a fielder's choice, which he grounded out to second in the first inning. And then he also grounded out to second in the 4th inning. So it's going to be a lefty-lefty matchup. Britton versus Choi. And no, they do take out G-Man. Mike Brousseau is going to come in. I don't know how to say his last name. So he's going to come in. It's going to be lefty-righty. They do platoon G-Man, who is now seemingly out of the game. And Britton's going to miss down 1-0. So let's look at Mike's numbers here. One-0 count to Mike Brousseau. He made his debut back in 2019. 6 postseason at-bats to this point, hitting .333. No home runs, no RBIs. Grounds into Gleyber Torres, flashing the leather. Throws it over to first, but not in time. Good diving effort over there. But it's going to be an infield single for Mike Brousseau. So he is now 3 for 7 in the postseason. Sorry. 3 for 7. A 1-out single. It's now going to be Britton versus Yandy Diaz. Gleyber Torres, great play over there. Just could not get the throw over in time. Diaz steps in, and he's currently 0 for 1. He reached first via an error in the 4th and walked back in the 1st. Britton's ahead in the count 0-1. This is big right here. 0-1 count to Diaz, the right-handed designated hitter, and it's gonna miss outside 1-1. 94 miles per hour. The 1-1 from Britton to Diaz, he's going to never mind. Throw over to first. Not in time as Rousseau gets back. Rousseau. Apologize if I'm saying his name wrong. But a 1-1 count here with 1 out, 1 man on first, and the game tied 1-1. Garrett Cole had a really nice outing. Britton coming in as relief, and Diaz will foul this one. He tips it right next to the plate, but it's going to be foul 1-2. Cole's stat line, 5 1/3 innings, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts, and 94 pitches. So I'd say a nice night for the Yankees ace. That's what he's here for. Big, high leverage situations. He came in clutch for us. We needed that. Britton's thrown 5 pitches. He gave up a leadoff single since coming into the game, so 1 out, base knock for Mike, who stands on first, Mike Rousseau. He checks up over on him again, and he'll be safe yet another time. So Diaz is falling behind in the count 1-2. I'm getting nervous. Said that for a little bit now, but definitely a little worried. Spiked in the dirt. Kyle Higashioka does a good job keeping it in front, though. 2-2. Joey Wendell is due up next, assuming Diaz does not hit into a double play here. Yankees bullpen is sitting pretty right now. Not sitting pretty, they have an easy night. Just no one up at the moment and on the bump. Count's going to go full as Britton misses with an off-speed pitch outside. 3-2 count, Wendell on deck, who's 0 for 2. Okay. Deep breaths here. Big game. Big situation. Britton's been good in the back end of the bullpen for the Yankees for the most part this year. Coming in to directly relieve Garrett Cole in the 6th. And a fastball down. Diaz chops at it, and it's fouled back. We're going to try the full count pitch again. Yeah, so like I said, Diaz walked and then reached on an error. Wendell, who was on deck, struck out looking in the 1st and flew out to left in the 4th. Britton really concerned with Mike Rousseau over at first. He's checked up on him multiple times now, including just right there. Count is full to Diaz. Rousseau takes off, and it's ball 4 anyway. So Britton comes in with 1 out, gives up a single and a walk, and is now going to face off against Joey Wendell. So Rousseau advances into scoring position. Andy Diaz works his 2nd walk of the day. 2 aboard. 2 aboard and 1 out. Joey Wendell stepping into the box, lefty on lefty. Rays third baseman, Tampa's third baseman, has not had much success yet today. 0 for 2. Britton not going to keep it that way. Retire him in some way, shape, or form. Good pitch. Right at the knees. Over the heart of the plate. Called strike 1. You guys can tell. There's a change in the tone, a change in the mood right now. For me personally, as I'm calling this game now, of course, from a Yankees bias standpoint, that does make sense. In general, probably shouldn't be leaning towards the Yankees so much, but that's okay. 0-2. Off speed is going to be taken for a called strike from Joey Wendell, who has not yet swung the bat here in this plate appearance. 0-2 count. 2 men on, 1 out. This game is tied 1-1 in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and miss, strike 3. Huge strikeout from Zach Britton. Wendell, the one time he finally swings, is at a ball down in the dirt for the strikeout. Huge. 2 outs now for Willy Adames. Huge, huge, huge strikeout. Now we're going to go to Britton. Yet again for this next batter. Willy Adames has struck out swinging twice in this game. Back in the 2nd, back in the 4th. This season, with 2 outs and runners in scoring position, he's hitting .313, as I'm reading for the demographic on screen. So not bad. Not bad at all. So at second, Diaz at first, and the pitch to Adames is down in the dirt, ball 1. All right, 1-0 count to the Rays shortstop. He is batting 7th in this lineup here, and I'm sorry if I'm out of focus here. Watching the game now, it's kind of turning. It's going from live coverage and commentating to just the watch with me, and these are kind of my live reactions as I'm watching this game. Like I'm tuned in, and I'm zoned in. I'm focusing in right now. Britton down in the count 2-0 to the right-handed Willy Adames. 2 on and 2 outs. Kevin Kiermaier on deck. And it's a called strike. It's down under the knees, but the umpire deems it strike 1. That's very much needed. We need that called strike, or else that would be a 3-0 count and force Britton to really put something over the plate. Adames is like, what? That's not a strike. He puts this one in play. Line to right field. Aaron Judge with the catch. Yankees get out of the inning. It's a line out to right. We escape it. We escape it. Huge. Huge, huge, huge out right there. Ends the inning. No runs on 1 hit. 2 men left on base for the Rays. We go to the top of the 7th. And the Yankees need to take a lead here. Absolutely need to take a lead. Stop worrying me. I am so incredibly nervous right now. Just put a few runs up on the board. Make me feel a little more better. A little more comfortable. This is fun game, you know. Very, very close. It's not a blowout game 5. It's going to come down to the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning right now. And for the Yankees, in the top of the 7th, Gio Urshela, Labor Torres, Brett Gardner. Alrighty. We go to the top of the 7th. I wonder if Diego Castillo is going to come to the game for the Rays, because I know he was warming up at one point last inning when Fairbanks was still on the mound. Both are right-handed pitchers, so you're not really playing the matchups. And against the 6, 7, 8 batters, you're seeing right, left in Urshela, Torres, Gardner. So I'm sure Cash would go to a right-handed reliever if we do see a change in who's on the mound. Granted, also, if you get past Gardner, it's right-handed Higashioka, right-handed LeMahieu, and Judge, and then switch inning Hicks. So they're going to go to righty here if Fairbanks comes out. That just seems to be the easy case, and especially with the 3-batter minimum rule. If Fairbanks doesn't start the top of the 7th, we're going to have to see only one guy in until the inning's over. Or he faces 3 batters. That's hence the 3-batter minimum name. So I'm all over the place. Guys, I am so nervous. Like I said a few minutes ago, this is going more from a calling play-by-play live coverage stream to a watch with me, and just like my live reaction to what's going on. That's really probably now these last few innings, I'm gonna start to step away from strike one, strike two, stats and everything. Like now, I'm gonna be watching, taking it in as a fan, and really hoping for the best here. Yankees have not scored since the 4th inning. Very minimal hits. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 errors for the Yankees. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the Rays. So both pitching staffs are doing very well. And Fairbanks is starting the top of the 7th here. Ball 1 to Gio, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. He's due for a hit. Get aboard to lead it off, Gio. They're looking for something up and away. Urshela will foul it back. 1-1. Count is tied at 1-1. Score is tied at 1-1. It's the top of the 7th. We're in the final third set of this ball game, assuming we don't go into extras. So, of course, extra innings in the postseason, there is no runner starts at second rule. It's just going to play out like any other extra inning game as of 2019 or earlier. So, if we go to the top of the 10th, we're not going to see someone at second base to lead it off, which is nice because we want to see, these teams played out and not strategize how to get that run in. Right? So, count goes to 3-1 now to Urshela. Fastball going to miss way up at the letters. He kind of backs out of the box. It's 97 miles per hour. Scary. Mike Rousseau, remember, over now, playing first base for G-Man Choi when he was a pinch hitter. So he just completely replaced Choi, who started as the cleanup man this ball game. Urshela fouls back a fastball up and away. Again, 97 in that top corner of the zone. Count is full. So here we go. Full count to Gio Urshela. Driven deep to left field, but not deep enough. Randy Rosarina, few feet in front of the warning track. I got nervous again. Fly out to left field. 1 out. All right. So 1 away now for Gleyber Torres, who has 2 postseason home runs this year with 5 RBIs, 2 stolen bases. The average was 450 entering tonight's game. He is a great postseason hitter. 342 career postseason average, 5 home runs, 15 ribbies, 4 stolen bases. OPS north of 1.052. Big swing and a miss and an off-speed pitch down. so Glaber falls behind 0-2. All right. The 0-2 to Glaber Torres. Called strike 3, got him looking right down the middle. Called strike 3, got him looking. So 2 outs, Brett Gardner will come up. Urshela flew out to left. Glaber Torres struck out looking. Gardner is 0 for 1 on the day. He walked and then lined out to center field. So here we are. Peter Fairbanks has thrown 37 pitches. He's worked a nice outing to this point against the Yankees here in Game 5. Brett Gardner steps in and takes called strike number 1. Remember, Brett Gardner 0 for 1 with a walk. 215 career postseason average. There is a shift. Joey Wendell, the only defender on the left side of the diamond. Of course, he's typically the third baseman with straight-up positioning. Now he's kind of playing a mix of third and short. Gardner will swing and miss at a 98-mile-per-hour fastball. He falls back 0-2. Oh, 2 to Gardner. 2 outs, no one on. It's a 1-1 game. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We're going to go to the bottom of the 7th, guys, but first I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break. We're going to stay on the live. I should be back by the time the bottom of the 7th is underway. So hang tight with me here. We'll be back. Quick 7th inning stretch. All right, and we are back, guys. Thank you for staying with us here as we took a quick break. You know, had to go ahead and get a 7th inning stretch in at the ballpark. That's what we would have done. That's what would have, of course, taken place here at the game if there were fans in attendance. Now, there were rumors going around as I'm updating my scoreboard here, but there were rumors going around Not necessarily rumors, just ideas being thrown out there that maybe, just maybe, fans would be in attendance for the Championship Series and the World Series. Now, we don't know any more information on that just yet, at least to the best of my knowledge. There's been nothing out there saying that that is confirmed or denied. But here we go. There are still no fans, right now, at least, because it is still a division series nonetheless. Chapman's warming up with the bullpen. Britton, first pitch to Kevin Kiermaier, is fouled back, and then a big swing and a miss, strike two. So 0-2 count to Kevin Kiermaier, who is 1 for 6 against Britton in his career. Kiermaier, Zunino, and Meadows. So left, right, left. Swing and a miss, strike three. Got him. Big start for Britton. Chapman warming up in the pen for the Yankees. It's a 1-1 game, though, so there's no save opportunity just yet. For either team. Bottom 7, this game is tied at 1 apiece. ALDS Game 5. It's an exciting one. The only Game 5 we're seeing this year in the Division Series. Britton's thrown 19 pitches. Pitch number 20 to Zunino. Swung on and missed, strike one. There we go. This is good. This is good stuff out of Zach Britton right now. You want to get him through the completed inning. You need him to finish the 7th. Now, I don't know if they would do a Chapman save. If he's warming up now, I mean, of course, there's no save opportunity, but maybe he comes in the 8th. I don't know if Chad Green is available for the 9th. But the Yankees back end of their bullpen are ready to go. Zunino going to ground this one to Gio Urshela, and the one time he doesn't make a play is here in Game 5. It bounces off the glove of Gio as he's moving over towards second base. He's moving glove side to try to get to the ball. Right off, like in and out, right up the glove. I'm going to check to see if that's an error or if that's considered a hit. Zunino previously was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And that is an error. So an E5 allows Zunino to get to first with 1 out. And that's the second error defensively from the Yankees tonight. And from the left side of the diamond. First it was Gleyber Torres back in the 4th with Yandy Diaz up. And then now an error from Gio Urshela that brings up the leadoff batter, Austin Meadows, who is the sole reason why this game is tied at 1 and the Rays have a run. His solo shot back in the 5th has been the extent of the Rays' runs. Keep it that way, please. That's up and in. Ball 2. Alright. Here we go. Let's pitch to him here. 2 lefties up in a row in Meadows and Lau. And then Randy Rosarina steps in if we get that far. So, let's just focus on this out. If we can maybe get the double play and escape the inning, that's even better. Swing and a miss, strike 1 and a pitch, or with a pitch, south of the zone. I'll take it. This is a big game right now. I'm all over the place, like mentally. I'm trying to think everything through. 2-1 count to Meadows. Runner on first, 1 away. He'll pop this one up. Skied into the outfield. Brett Gardner coming in to make a play. He camps under, and the catch is indeed made. So fly out to left for out number 2. That brings up Brandon Lau. So now I wonder, they're taking out Britton, and they're bringing in ALDS Chapman with 2 outs. I'm sorry I looked confused. That's just not the play I was expecting. Okay. Because it's going to be Lau, and then 3 righties. Rosarena, Rousseau, Diaz. So I kind of thought maybe they leave Britton in, and then go to a righty. But there wasn't a righty warming up. I don't know what I was thinking. Just they're going to Chapman to close out the 7th inning. I think it's a little early. I doubt he's going 7 outs. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Let's bring up ALDS Chapman's stats here, both on the postseason and the regular season. Of course, the missile wears number 54. He stands at 6 foot 4 inches tall, 218 pounds, 32-year-old southpaw reliever. In the postseason, he's pitched in 2 games. He's won 1 and saved the other. His ERA is at 0.00 and 3 1/3 innings, with 6 strikeouts and a .6 WHIP. Postseason career stats: he's 3-3 in 34 games with 10 saves and a 2.25 ERA. That's in 40 innings pitched, in which he struck out 60 batters and a 1.08 WHIP. 2020 regular season stats: 13 games, 3 saves, 1 win, 1 loss, 3.09 ERA, 11 2/3 innings, 22 strikeouts, and a .86 WHIP. So that's what Chapman's numbers are looking like as he enters the bottom of the 7th here. He's going to face Brandon Lau and hopefully get out of the inning. Mike Zunino is on first, and he's only aboard because of an error off the glove of Gio Urshela, or else this inning might have been over already. So, bottom of the 7th, game is tied 1-1, as you guys can see on screen. Let's go, New York Yankees. You know it. We're getting this going here. We need to piece together some runs. Please. All right, Game 5. We've been live for about 20 minutes shy of 3 hours since the start of this game, and it's been fun. It's been entertaining, it's been exhilarating, it's been exciting and fun. Brett Phillips, a pinch runner for Mike Zunino over at first base. So I think that means that the Rays defensively are going to go... Here, let me go to my depth chart here just to make sure. I think Martin Perez would be the guy, right? Let's see. Sorry, Michael Perez. I think Michael Perez would be the guy that they bring in behind the plate as the defensive substitution. So Brett Phillips is in now at first. Can't speak. There is a shift with the Yankees defense. Gio Urshela, the only defender on the left side of the diamond. Brandon Lau takes a fastball at 97 up and in strike 1. 1 runner on. That's Phillips at first. 2 outs. An 0-1 count to Lau. Phillips has 6 stolen bases in 7 attempts this year. Chapman's already tried to pick him off once. Second pitch to Lau is 99 just north of the zone and fouled back. Strike 2. 0-2 count to Lau. Rosarena, Rousseau, and Diaz will be due up in the bottom of the 8th, assuming Lau does get out here. The 0-2 count to Lau, who has not had much success this postseason at the plate. 100 miles per hour, but outside we go 1 and 2. We go 1 and 2 here. All right, here we go, Yankees. I'll roll this Chapman, the missile, bring in the heat here. To head on the count 1-2 to Lau, the number 2 batter and second baseman. Got him! Strike 3, looking 99-mile-per-hour fastball on the outer third of the plate. There we go. Chapman comes in, face one batter, he strikes him out. We go to the top of the 8th. This game is still tied at 1. The Yankees have Higashioka, DJ LeMahieu, and Judge all due up here in this inning. Guys, this has been an intense game. Still tied at 1. We have not seen a lot of action. I think it was... Actually, I can look at my book here. Judge hit his solo home run in the 4th. I want to say Meadows in the 5th. Yes, Meadows hit his in the 5th. So, we haven't seen really much of anything offensively since the 5th frame of this ball game here in ALDS Game 5. With that being said, we're due for some action, and the Yankees want to get it going. It's going to be the 9-1-2 batters. Higashioka's due for a hit. He's 0 for 2 today. He struck out looking in the 3rd, flew out to right in the 5th. So here he comes in the 8th, and really needs to go ahead here, get on board. We need a leadoff hit, or just a leadoff runner, something. We need some momentum to carry us through. Getting nervous. I say I'm getting nervous as if for the past probably inning or 2 innings, I haven't been like freaking out over here. I wouldn't say this is necessarily an accurate representation of me just like watching the game as a fan when I'm not live, because I'm usually very much into it. Like, I'm jumping up with strikeouts. I'm excited. I'm all in. When the Yankees are up, I'm up. When the Yankees are down, it's not good. But game is tied right here. 1-1. Of course, we are pretty much to the point where I'm now just kind of reacting as a fan. It's more of a watch with me than it is, play-by-play. But we're still going to be doing a little bit of both. We're still going to be doing a little bit of both. We've been live for almost 3 hours, which is insane. Our longest live stream on the channel dates back to a few weeks ago when we hit 1,000 subs live. It was a Friday. It probably was 2 weeks ago today. Now that I'm thinking about it, actually, which is insane. Yeah, I think we were live for like some 3.5 hours then. I want to be live for the entirety of this game. Extra innings, we'll see. But definitely, as long as possible. Brett Phillips now in right field. Michael Perez is catching. Here we go. Diego Castillo comes in. Mike Ford coming in to pinch hit now for Higashioka. There's a big shift. Joey Wendell, the third baseman, is now where the shortstop is. There's no one on the very left side of the diamond. First pitch to Ford is a called strike. So this is most definitely just to pinch hit. I would assume and work the matchups because you're going to probably throw Gary Sanchez behind the plate defensively. I mean, that would really be the only thing that makes sense. So Ford is in pinch hitting for Higashioka, who was 0 for 2. I can see that. I mean, there's only been, I think, a combined total of 5 hits through 7 innings, which is the least amount in the postseason, or in a postseason game this year. 5 hits between both teams in 7 innings. 1 and 2 from Diego Castillo to Mike Ford. Ford, former Princeton graduate, left-handed first baseman for the Yankees here in this one. Well, not a first baseman here in this one. You guys know what I mean. He is a first baseman for the Yankees. I want the Yankees to send the race packing and the 2020 playoff season. Or playoff run, rather. Yeah. Me too. That would be awesome. And of course, if that's the case and we're live, we're going to be celebrating. You know we're going to be celebrating. I'll be very excited. Very excited. So 2-2. Castillo to Mike Ford. We need a base runner. Full count. Thank you very much. That one's going to miss down and in. If I was live for the Gio or shutout home run, you guys would have saw me. I was so incredibly excited back in the Wild Card Series. I mean, that was just a huge at-bat. I was sitting directly in front of my TV watching every pitch. Jumped up when that thing was hit. And then it got out, huge hits. Like, we're going to get to the point, someone's going to win this ball game, and I'm going to be live reacting to it, and it's going to be fun. Ford fouls this one off of Michael Perez's helmet, I want to say. So he's going to go ahead and take a second to kind of rejuvenate, get himself back together. Yeah, Ford just foul-tipped it and went straight back. So the count is full. This is pitch number 7 of the at-bat. LeMahieu on deck. 3-2 payoff pitch. Called strike 3. Got him looking. Ford thought that's ball 4. Off speed at the knees. Down the middle. And the umpire rings him up. So, yeah, like he slid his bat towards the dugout. He was getting ready to take off his shin guard. Expecting to go to first. Except now it's an out. So, okay. He's definitely frustrated. We go to the top of the order, and DJ LeMahieu is 0 for on the day. He grounded back to the pitcher in the first, grounded into a double play in the second, and grounded to shortstop in the 6th. We need a hit from him. This is La Machine right here, the batting title winner. 0 for 3, big opportunity, 98 mile per hour. 98 mile per hour fastball inside ball 1. What was my reaction to the round home run before? I was so incredibly excited. A, Brett Gardner, that's my guy making the catch, keeping this game tied at 1. But B, just huge. That was an insane catch. He timed it perfectly right at the wall. Robbed it. It was awesome. You better believe I'm going back as soon as this game is over and I'm watching that replay a few times. That's a huge, huge catch from Brett Gardner out in left field, robbing Randy Arozarena from his 4th home run this postseason. The guy's been ridiculous. I mean, incredible. Now LeMahieu, 98 mile per hour fastball inside. He fouls it out of play down the first base foul line. 1-2. This game is very stressful. Where I've been up and down right now has been crazy since the 6th inning. Once Meadows hit that solo home run, I've just been on a whole new level of stressed out. It's been rough. It's definitely been rough. LeMahieu with a foul ball. Looked like maybe a slider down the middle. I actually don't know Castillo's pitch types here. Let me get to that. Here we go. So still 1-2 count to DJ. Castillo throws a slider, sinker, and 4-seamer. So he actually doesn't even use the 4-seam much, 1.3% of the time. He checked his swing. Yes, thank you, Blue. First base umpire coming in clutch. DJ holds up, and the count is going to go 2-2 instead of strike 3. Nail biter of a game for sure. If we go into extras, I don't know if I'll be live. I really want to be, but we'll see. I really want to be live in extras if we get to that point, but I just don't know. The stress right now is insane. 2-2 to DJ LeMahieu, the Yankees second baseman. 1 out, no one on. He swings and misses. At a fastball. Okay. Down in the zone. Under his knees. 2 outs. The Rays bullpen just clapping at every pitch. Not even bullpen, sorry. The Rays dugout clapping at every pitch, which honestly I wouldn't blame them. 2 outs. Aaron Judge. Can we get an all rise for the second time in this game? Ease the Yankees fans a little bit. Go yard, maybe force here. If not, it'll be Hicks, Stanton, and Voit in the top of the ninth, which honestly, I don't mind that. But we need Judge with a clutch hit right here. He struggled in the postseason to this point for the most part. He holds up on the slider, ball 1. So coming into this game, he was 3 for 27, which was a 111 batting average, 2 home runs, 4 ribbies, 194 on base, 527 OPS. He hit a home run in this one. It was a solo shot. And that's the extent of the Yankees' offensive production. Another one here would be great. Kind of maybe make up for some lost time. He hasn't done great in the wildcard series, in the division series, so maybe just a second home run makes up for all that right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need an Aaron Judge solo shot. He's ahead in the count 2-0. He has 2 walks against Castillo in his career. No hits through a small handful of at-bats. Stressful. Stressful game. Here we are. The 2-0 count to number 99 is a slider down in the zone, 3-0. We could get Hicks up with a man on first and 2 outs. Aaron Hicks is 1 for 3 with a single. Aaron Judge is 1 for 3 with a solo home run. Okay. Lot to unpack right here. The winner of this game moves on to the ALCS. The other is going home and watching from the couch. It's that simple. It's gonna be a very scary ending of this ballgame, no matter who wins and who loses. Judge is gonna walk on 4 pitches. Castillo wanted nothing to do with him. Really, not a single competitive pitch in that at bat. So we're gonna head now to Aaron Hicks, and Judge kind of shakes going down the first base line, like shakes his head. He definitely wanted something there. Hicks to the sticks, question mark. I would love it. I would love it, chat. Almost 3 hours into the live stream, if Aaron Hicks could manage to go yard or score Judge on a gapper, whew, be great. The Rays are 14-5 in 1-run games in the 2020 season. That's the best in Major League Baseball. The Yankees, not so good. Not so good. I think they were 6-5 or 5-6. I don't remember. I'm having trouble concentrating right now on anything other than just the pitch and the ball. This one runs inside, ball 1 to Aaron Hicks. Judge is on first. The switch-hitting center fielder is 1 for 3 with a single. 2020 postseason numbers, a 320 average with no home runs and 3 RBIs. So Hicks hitting his first postseason home run of the year would be huge right here. I just keep saying we need people to hit home runs because that's the easiest way to give us the lead here. And it's a ground ball to first. Mike Rousseau will field it, take it himself. That ends the inning, go to the bottom of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. All tied up at 1. So, the Yankees were the number 5 seed, but that really doesn't make much of a difference, at least in this series. They beat the Indians, who were the 4 seed in the wild card. So they just had to play whoever advanced in the wild card series match between the Rays and the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays were 8. Yankees did clutch out, get the 5th seed. Both New York and Toronto lost that final game of the season, which guaranteed the Yankees organization the number 5 seed in the bracket. If the Yankees lost and Blue Jays won, we would have faced the Rays in the first round. But they were indeed the 5 seed come the end of the 60-game stretch. So, yeah, they were 5, not 8. We are officially 3 hours into the live stream here on YouTube. Thank you to all of you who have been on here for as much time as even just a few moments and tuning in. And thank you for supporting me here, as always. This has been a fun game. Nail-biter, crazy, hectic, fun. Even better if the Yankees win. Just putting it out there. Even better if the Yankees win. So Michael Perez, I stopped doing the book just because I'm trying to focus on the game here. But Michael Perez is now the catcher. Brett Phillips is, I believe, in right field for Austin Meadows. So there's a double switch there. Big stuff. I think Chapman's coming back out here in the 8th to get this going again. He faced Brandon Lau in the 7th inning. That was the only batter he came in for, and he struck him out. I don't see why we'd only use him for 1 at-bat. And I'm honestly kind of surprised that he was brought in last inning. Like Britton, I think, was doing pretty well. I don't know what's going on there, why they decided to go from Britton to Chapman, but it's okay. As long as we got the out. The seed only matters if you're home or away. Yeah, so, and then in this case, the Rays are the higher seed than the Yankees here in the ALDS. So Tampa Bay was home. Well, home because it's a designated location, so they just hit last in the 1st, 2nd, and 5th game. And then the Yankees were home for the 3rd and 4th game. But all 5 games were played at Petco Park in San Diego. Is Gary Sanchez playing tonight? Well, funny you say that, because he's just coming into this ballgame now as a defensive substitution. Mike Ford pinch hit for Kyle Higashioka, so Sanchez is now in. This is why I'm confused, because Chapman is in for Rosarena, Rousseau, and Diaz, who are 3 right-handed batters. I don't mind it, but if we were playing matchups, this is a left-handed reliever against 3 right-handed sticks. Randy's over 2 at the hit by pitch. Bottom of the 8th inning, this game is tied 1-1. ALDS, Game 5, in a best-of-5. This one's rolled over to Gleyber Torres. He makes a throw to Luke Voigt. 1 down. Okay. 1 out. That brings up Mike Rousseau. Here we go, guys. Here we go. This is going to be a battle. I don't necessarily just mean this at bat. I mean these final few outs of this ball game. It's an uphill battle right now. It's an uphill battle. Rousseau steps in, first pitch. Called strike 1, 98-mile-per-hour fastball. Inner third of the plate, perfectly placed. Okay. Chapman's ahead here. And they're showing the replay of when Chapman threw over the head of Rousseau, and there was that big, like, back and forth banter. That was, I think, September 1st, maybe, between the Yankees and Rays. Chapman threw right over Rousseau, so there's probably some tension here in this at-bat, but Mike's down 0-2. He swings and misses. Do I like going to night or day games at Yankee Stadium? I think I've been to more day games, but Yankee Stadium at night is really nice. I don't have a preference. I also haven't been there in quite some time. Off speed, just missed outside. 1-2. I haven't been there in quite some time. I've been to more games during the day, but I think a lot of baseball stadiums at night are really nice. And just evening start times are great. So, I don't know how to answer that. Maybe next year, if I go to a Yankee game, hopefully there's fans. I'll be able to tell you again, but probably both. I mean, I don't really have a preference. Either way, I'm at Yankee Stadium, and I'm watching the Yankees, so I'm excited nonetheless. But yeah, I really do like nighttime games just in general. This one misses upstairs. Count is 2-2. Yeah, sadly, we couldn't go to any games for the Yankees or for any team in general. Hopefully that changes in 2021. 2-2 delivery from Chapman to Brousseau, and it's fouled back. Okay. Yeah, so fans going to be in attendance, which stinks. Like NFL, there's fans at some stadiums, which is cool. Wish we got to do that, but it's all right. I did get to go to Somerset Patriots games, which is always amazing. Always so much fun there. They created their own series. I did a player interview. I've talked about it on stream before, and if you didn't see my Dan Valerio player interview, go check it out. Had so much fun doing that. Dan, awesome guy. First ever player interview, and I couldn't have asked for it to go any better. It was just such an awesome experience. So, yeah, looking forward to Patriots games next year, Yankees games next year. I want to go to a new stadium next year, check another one off the bucket list. Again, these are all possible only if we're at a better place in the world, with everything going on. So, hopefully we get to that point. Not just for baseball's sake, just, for the sake of just society. But it'd be nice to go to baseball games next year. You like when the lights flash and one of the Yankees hit a home run at night? Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, like I said, I think any stadium at night is a whole new atmosphere, and it's so much fun. Chapman throws a fastball, 101 inside, doesn't get the call. He thought it's going to be strike three, and it's not, so the count goes full. I think he went from 0-2 to 3-2. Hang it, Chapman. Here we go. Hang in there. That was just off the inner edge of the plate. Just missed. So Mike Brousseau has worked a full count with 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 8th. Game is tied at 1. This is so incredibly important right now. Oh, Mike hit that to the upper deck, but way foul. That could, if that was fair, that ball was hit well. So let's not let it be fair. Full count, 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 8th. Chapman versus Brousseau. Fouled back a fastball at 99. We'll do it again. This is ridiculous. Let's just get the Yankees to win so I can call it a day. It's not that hard. Someone hit a home run on the Yankees in the top of the 9th. We'll be good. When you go, most of the time you sit in the 300 level at the stadium. Nice. I like to go out to left field. We get the bleacher seats out and left. That's probably one. Oh no. Mike Brousseau, a solo home run in the bottom of the 8th. And that might have just punched the Rays' ticket. Chapman's good at that. Game 7 last year against the Astros. And now Game 5 here against the Rays. He's got that smile. Brousseau was celebrating, then looking at Chapman all It's not over yet. It's not over yet. But the Yankees offense that's been very quiet and very lackluster needs to piece it together. If I'm being honest, I don't know why Chapman came in the 7th. I don't know why he was left in for all these righties. This is just me trying to like answer my own questions. I don't even know. Fact of the matter is, it's 2-1 in the bottom of the 8th, and Chapman's struggling. Can't throw a strike. Who's this? I think Yandy Diaz. Yeah. So this one's rough. And now Diaz to center. Hicks is gonna make the catch. Hopefully the Yankees come back. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. We have 3 outs to do so offensively. It's. I don't want to say that just ended the Yankee season because I don't want to be down. And what kind of fan am I if I'm counting us out here with outs and still opportunities? So I'm gonna try to stay positive, but that's really difficult right now. So I just don't know why Chapman's in the game. Get a chat saying I think I'm gonna cry if we lose. Yeah, I mean this is gonna be a tough pill to swallow if we go out losing 2-1 in the 5th. Charlie Morton warming up in the bullpen and Blake Snell. I mean, bring Snell in. Maybe we can knock him around a little bit in the top of the 9th. We gotta craft some hits and some runs out of this here. 0-2 now to Joey Wendell. Chapman. Britton should have finished the bottom of the 7th. I think we would have been fine. And then we bring in a right-handed arm here in the 8th inning to face almost all right-handed batters. Okay. I think I showed like my question, like my concern back in the 7th inning when Chapman came in. But called strike 3, Joey Wendell. I don't know if it really matters. The inning's over. Going to the top of the 9th, and the Yankees have 3 outs to put together a run. Or the season is over. Oh, so back to the chat here. I said I sit at left field a lot at Yankee Stadium. Only time I go to the bleachers before the game to close in the bullpen. Okay. Yeah, I just like to be out there. I like to be in the general area of where Brett Gardner is. Like, I'll like to get an angle on Brett Gardner being in the outfield. Also, get a nice little view out there. So, that's where I think I've sat the last 2 times maybe I've been to Yankee Stadium. Could be wrong. We usually go to, like, the left field area, to some extent at least. You were hoping for a Dodger Yankees World Series. I still am. It's not over, as there is a chat. It's not over. It's not. And I'm no fan if I'm kicking us while we're down here. We still have 3 outs. That's plenty of time. We need a solo home run. All we need is a solo home run or a few hits to kind of go ahead and tie this game back up. Go into extras, get ahead in the 9th. All I know is that the offense has been very lackluster. Aaron Judge with a solo home run, that's it. Garrett Cole did his job. He gave up 1 run. Yes, it was a solo home run to Meadows, but that was the only hit he allowed. Chapman, I still don't really know why he was in. So yeah, we're just kind of gonna wait this out here, guys. 3 outs left. Yeah, Stanton really carried the Yankees. I think Stanton's coming up to lead off the 9th. He carried the Yankees this postseason a bit power-wise. Huge at-bats. I mean, 6 home runs and 13 RBIs in the wild card series and division series. Not bad. If he can sneak out another one here, that'd be great. I'm sure they're gonna go to Charlie Morton out of the pen, and in that case, it's we're gonna have to work off a starter who's already beaten us. So we can't let that mentality get to us. We just gotta get hits, bloop and a blast. All we need is a bloop and a blast, and we're ahead, or a few bloops to score a run. Like honestly, give me anything that we put a run with, or that we can put a run together for. With I don't know what I'm saying, guys. I'm really a bit upset right now. Just want to know from Stanton. Yeah, honestly, give me anything. Castillo, however you say his last name, still in. Giancarlo Stanton stepping into the box. He can easily tie this. He can easily tie this game up right now. Manny Margot now in left for Randy Arozarena. Snell and Morton are both in the bullpen. I'm gonna cry if we lose. Good chance I probably will get very upset as well. Not good chance. I'm also gonna get very upset if we lose. We're not gonna lose. We are not gonna lose. We are not gonna lose. Stanton's ahead in the count 2-0. It's the top of the ninth. We're gonna stay ahead. Yankees fans in here with me right now. Yankees fans in the chat. We got this. We just have to put together positive thoughts and hope for the best. Blue, that's a ball. That is well under his knees. It should be 3-0. Instead, it's 2-1. It's okay. That was nowhere close to the zone, but it's all right. One swing of the bat, and we're back in this easily. That's the ball again. Off-speed pitch inside, but called strike 2. So, here we go. Here we go. I can't even, say anything about the umpires, because whatever. They really haven't been that bad. But we'll see. Who remembers the Game 6 versus the Astros when they cheated? Yeah. Oh, it was Game 6, probably, not 7. Stanton, what are you looking at? There's one out. He goes down looking. Drop third. No attempt to go to first. 2 outs left in the 2020 season, guys. 2 outs left in the Yankee season. Stanton did not swing the bat at all. We got some Dodgers fans in here. We got some Yankees fans in here. Looks like it's going to be Rays and Astros. Luke Voit. Maybe? Luke Voit? Honestly, if someone hits a solo home run here, I will. I'll buy a jersey. If we can get back in this game, solo home run by whoever it is on the Yankees team. If we come back, get a solo shot, I'm buying that person's jersey. That's the wager we'll put down here. Make me spend money, Yankees. Make me spend some money. Let's put a solo shot up there. Gotta buy the most expensive jersey. We'll see. We'll buy a jersey. First, we have to hit the solo home run if we do. And then from there, we'll see what happens. But, alright. 1-1 count to Voit. Come on. This has been tough last 15 minutes. Voit swinging out of his shoes at a pitch up and in. Or 2-run shot, yeah. Any Yankees home run in the 9th inning here will buy a jersey of that player. But only the first. If there's multiple home runs, only the first home run. But I don't even know if we're gonna get that far. Voit down 1-2. It looks like again the Yankee season is gonna come to a close here in the division series. Voit struck out on an off speed. outside. The Rays dugout. Super excited. They're all for it. We're down to our last out, and it comes down to Giovanni Urshela. So, we'll see. Still a bloop and a blast. Hey, Urshela can get on, and Gleyber can hit a home run, and I'll buy a Gleyber Torres jersey. Or Gio. Follow up the Grand Slam. Honestly, imagine a Gio Grand Slam in Game 2 of the Wild Card Series to give us the lead, and then a Gio solo shot to tie it here in the 9th. Please, let's win this game. Urshela ropes it, and it's caught by Joey Wendell on the line. Game is over. The Rays win and move on. Score of 2-1. 6 total hits. 3 solo home runs. The Rays advance to the ALCS. I still have no clue what Chapman was doing in the game. In the 8th inning. Congrats to the Rays. I mean, they were... I think they were probably the favorites. I think I predicted them to move on. Not upset that they won, just upset that the Yankees lost. I don't know who I'm going to root for the World Series and for the Championship Series stuff. But final matchups now. Rays and Astros in the AL. And Braves and Dodgers in the NL. So, I mean, guys, you gotta find the positives here. Really rough season. Just not necessarily Yankees' fault. We've had our ups and downs, but 60-game stretch, extended postseason bracket, it is what it is. And we go out to a good team in a good game. Why did they leave Chapman? I have no idea. I'm sure Boone will probably get questions about that in the postgame. I don't know why Chapman came in the 7th. I don't know why he remained in the 8th against all righties. I don't. If you're going to play matchups, you got to play them. Congratulations to the Rays. Like that, I don't mean to, rain on their parade. Congrats to Tampa. Great season. I mean, they were the best team in the AL in the regular season record-wise. They made it all the way. They're going to the Championship Series, face the Astros. It'll be fun. I got a question in the chat. I will go live again for the rest of the playoffs. Guaranteed. We're going to go ahead and we're going to stream a bunch of Championship Series games and a bunch of World Series games. We'll probably get some NL stuff in there. I didn't get a whole lot of National League stuff in this year. So, congrats to the Rays. And, tough way to go out with the Yankees. It is what it is. I mean, there's always 2021. The Rays played a really great game and a really great series, and their season was incredible. So, I don't know who I'm rooting for at this point. We'll see. I mean, this is definitely an upsetting loss as a Yankees fan from that perspective, but congrats to Tampa. I'm sure Rousseau is probably player of the game for the Rays now as he hit that go-ahead home run in the bottom of the 8th. But, guys, that's going to end it here. Thank you all for watching, tuning in, listening, whatever. Thank you all for the continued support. You guys are awesome. Would not be here without you guys. If you are sticking around here at the very end, you're not already subscribed, go ahead, drop a sub down below, comment and subscribe. Throw a thumbs up if you want to see more live stream content. If you like what you saw here today. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Thank you to everyone listening and tuning in. The Rays beat the Yankees by a final score of 2-1 in the 5th and final game of the American League Division Series. Tampa Bay moves on to the ALCS to face the Astros. And one team move on to the World Series and face the winner of the Dodgers and Braves Thanks for watching, guys. I had a real great time streaming today. I'll see you all next time. We'll see the Yankees in 2021. Peace.